Why is it so hard to get good windshield wipers?
Yeah, I know, right? I actually had a coworker complain about that this past year, and he told me you need to buy silicone wipers.
That sounds expensive.
They are a little expensive. So I went and tried some, and I haven't had any problems with them yet. I put them on my wife's car or my car. I forget which one it was now. They weren't crazy expensive, but they were more expensive than normal.
Yeah.
It's basically just they stand up better than rubber.
Ugh. Well, see, the problem is, like, I don't care about my car because I'm not driving my car that much, but I am driving my work truck a lot.
Oh.
And that's really annoying.
And work pays for them?
Well, technically, but will they actually if I need them? If the other ones still technically work?
I hate a dirty white windshield. So I go through washer fluid like crazy too.
Yeah.
So I bought Rain-X silicone Endura blades, and I think that was for my car in February 2021. So they'll be coming up on a year very soon.
How often do you replace them?
I don't know. I hadn't replaced.
You're not like one of those crazy people who replace their windshield wipers every year.
No, I replace them when they're broken.
Okay, good.
And that usually only happens if I mistreat them, I think. Pretty sure that's all.
How do you mistreat when you like whipping them or something?
No, rain. Sorry, snow, and then you pull on the wiper to detach it from the ice instead of chipping away at it carefully, or you chip away at it not carefully and you rip it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's always to do with ice, I think. So I hate but respect when people pull their wipers away from the windshield on a rainy day or cold day or whatever.
Too much forethought for me.
I know. I hate it and I like it at the same time.
Yeah.
So this must be for the Subaru, because it says it doesn't fit. Yeah, it's for the Subaru. So they're on the Subaru right now.
Okay.
So I'll let you know. I got them from Amazon too, in case you're curious.
All right. Well, I gotta look at them up. I need something. I'm so sick and tired of my windshield wipers not working. And you'd think because I'm a truck, I'm higher up, I would not get as dirty, but I swear my windshield gets dirtier than most. It's, or maybe not dirtier, but the same amount of dirt.
I use a lot of washer fluid, like I said.
Oh yeah, we do too. Work pays for that for me.
Yeah.
Thankfully. Yeah. We buy them by like the pallet.
Yeah.
Kind of have to though.
How big's the tank on that? The washer fluid tank?
I don't know.
Because like some vehicles have like a 4-liter one.
Yeah.
And that's like huge. Right?
Yeah.
2 liters is normal. More normal.
Well, see, they don't even, like even in cars, they don't make the windshield washer fluid reservoir as big as the jug of washer fluid that you're putting in it. So if I'm empty...
I'm pretty sure I've had 3 cars now where it fits in perfectly.
Really? Because I've never had that. Does the Subaru do it? Because I haven't filled the Subaru yet.
I'm pretty sure the Subaru does.
Okay.
In case anyone's curious, because we have basically the same Subaru. His is a little newer. But I'm assuming they didn't change that. Who knows?
Probably not.
There were a lot of companies that were tucking the washer fluid underneath like the part of the bumper for a while there, which was great for capacity, but terrible if you needed to fix the motor in the bottom of it.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm talking about, I have a small Ford Focus, and I pretty much ran that thing dry and got new washer fluid and put it in. And of course, I still have an eighth of a jug left over. Like, why really? It's an eighth of a jug. Why couldn't you just fill it make a container that much bigger? You already cram everything else in there. Why can't you cram this little extra space for fluid so I don't have to keep this eighth of a jug of washer fluid in my back seat rolling around for the next little while?
My old car, the BMW, it actually took more than a whole jug. So you could have
I
some
would
left
love
and
that.
pour it back,
Yeah,
pour a whole thing in.
I would love that.
But you couldn't see it. I think it was in the bumper, like the other, like I was describing, because there was a tube up at the top, and then it went down quite a ways, and then it's just down there somewhere. So you got lots of warning when you're almost full too, because there's the whole tube coming up.
Stem, yeah. It's all about that lower center of gravity.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
So what's up? It's been a month.
It doesn't feel like a month, although I did just see it not long ago.
Yeah, we did. Not that long ago. So
yeah. And then I saw you on Bill's live show as well.
That's true. I was on Bill. I was gonna save that to later, but I mean, if you want to spoil it now, we can...
It's done now.
It's done.
There's no putting the cat back in the bag.
Yes, I was on Bill's from STC Pod on his collectors show that he does on his channel. I think it's once a week.
Yeah.
Or once every 2 weeks, whenever they get time, I guess. He's got 2 shows now because he's got the VHS show on his Midnight is Flashing YouTube channel, and then he's got the collector's show on his SDC,
which was like the vinyl
channel,
show before, yeah.
Which was the vinyl show, and now it's just turned into the collector's show. Which, I mean, hopefully Bill won't get mad at me for saying this, but I prefer the collector's show over the vinyl show because I'm much more into everything else that's being showed over vinyl. I'm not a huge vinyl head, so.
Yeah, I like vinyl, but not enough to fill that much time. See, the VHS chat was on the STC's channel, though, for a while.
It was for a while, yeah. But I think your old podcast buddy, Chris Roberts, there got so popular, they had to split off on their own thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was good. I got to showcase some stuff from the garbage, which not a whole lot, but just a couple things. I got to show off some Xbox consoles that I collected recently, which, if you haven't heard, you can check out my video on my YouTube channel, Creepleet. And I got some pretty cool consoles. One being the Gears of War 3 limited edition console for our Xbox 360 console, which has been on my want list since Gears of War 3 came out, I guess. I was going to say forever, but it hasn't been forever.
Since it existed.
Since it existed. Since I've ever saw it when it first came out is when I've wanted it. And I've seen it at like Barry Game Exchange or, other conventions and stuff, but never pulled the price. And then of course I see it at Value Village for about the same price but a little bit less than what I would get at conventions, but it had extra controllers, so I was like, sure. Yeah. And I had a coupon that kind of gave me a little bit of a discount. So I grabbed that. And then I found the very special limited edition. If you haven't seen the video yet, pause, go watch the video quick, then come back. Spoilers. I found the limited edition Django Unchained Xbox 360 that was only available as a giveaway when the Blu-ray of Django Unchained came out. So, yeah, it's been crazy. I've already had people offer to buy it from me. No hard
how
numbers
much?
yet.
Yeah, see, that's...
Yeah, no hard numbers yet. I've just been getting messages saying, "Are you interested in selling?" So, but not on YouTube. I joined a Xbox 360 collector group on Facebook for whatever reason, and I posted it in there.
Because you wanted a good offer to sell it.
I wanted to flex. Really. So, but we actually found 3 other people in that group that have them. So there's only 8 of them that exist. It's a number that we've determined or decided now, based on the amount of people who had them, and from their information.
Yeah, and photos
and stuff like that. There's 8 that are in existence, and so far we found 4 of them. So.
Check out that file I sent you or not?
I did. Okay. So yes, thank you very much for sending that file. Some of those pictures I'd seen.
I figured you.
The website. The website was the most interesting thing because I couldn't get far enough in that website.
Yeah.
To see a whole lot. So
this was the original website where you entered the contest. I found that it's
Yeah.
still up, or maybe it's a copy of it. I don't know, but it endlessly crashes and reloads the page. So I just like paused the script in the web browser debugging tools and printed a PDF of it so he had a copy of it. But I figured if Josh ever did want to sell it, or just to have the information, have as many original pictures and giveaway information as possible. There was also an Amazon.ca giveaway page where you could enter from apparently, but I couldn't get it to load, and I tried like old web caches of it, and everything said no, this has ended. It looks like the cache actually only was created a month after it ended.
No, strange.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a really cool console. I like it. I like it a lot. I need to find a place to display it properly.
Yeah, I was thinking you need one of those nice IKEA square, tall glass displays so you can put all your collector consoles in them now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking for one for you. I was like, I wonder if we can find, because we keep seeing them pop up for like $20 or free, right? I saw some free that one time.
I saw some for free.
But you said you don't have room for one, but I mean, if you got one for free, you'd make room. That chair can go, or
get rid of. Yeah, no one sits in that chair. You know, like
especially not during COVID times.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody coming over.
I sit in it when my kids take over the couch there. That's about it.
Yeah.
So.
What am I seeing back there behind you? The thing that's out of
For which?
place. That,
Are you?
Yeah, that in the middle.
thing?
Yeah. Is that a baby thing?
So I went to Crazy Ben's again.
Oh. For anyone not
my
knowing, this is a store that sells Amazon returns. They buy pallets, break them up, and then put them in these big table bins. And you search through the bins. Certain days are are specific prices, and it drops throughout the week until they restock. Basically, we've talked about it before, but
I think we have. I went on. What day was it? Saturday.
okay, so $25 day.
$25 day, and it wasn't. I didn't go because I wanted to go. My father-in-law wanted to go.
Okay.
Because he wanted to see what
it's
the
like.
disparity between. He went on like a $5 day.
Oh,
And so
okay.
he's like, I want to go on an expensive day and see what kind of stuff is there on an expensive day.
Yeah. What time did you go on a Saturday?
It was like 1:00.
Okay, because I've gone on 1:00 on a Saturday, and it was garbage.
Yeah, there was not much there at all.
I did buy one item when I was there, though.
I was gonna. So did I. That.
What is that?
So that is a collapsible camp chair.
Okay.
You know the ones that you normally see that just kind of like fold up into like a sleeve.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the regular
we
ones
have,
you buy
like, 5
Canadian
of
Tire
those,
for
yeah.
like $20, whatever. Yeah. Those things are good, but they're big and bulky.
Okay.
They're not as bulky, but they're just kind of. I wanted something smaller, so this folds completely down to about the size of this.
A basketball, slightly bigger than a basketball.
Slightly, yeah, but just like more oblong, like a big loaf of bread, basically.
Okay.
And I wanted that for if I go on like motorbike trips or something like that.
Ah.
I want a chair to actually sit down and lean back, because that's the one thing I don't have on my motorbike is a backrest. So after sitting on a motorbike all day, and I used to carry around this like little stupid like three-legged stool, like the
Yeah,
classic
I've
camp
seen
one.
those. Yep.
And I hated it so much because I can't lean back. I can't rest my back at any point unless I'm laying down.
Which is really fun on the several day or week trip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I went on a week trip, I was like, my back was done. So,
How long ago was that?
That was several years ago. I don't think I could do it now. So, yeah, so that's like a full one that folds out. It's got a back on it. It's got some pouches on the side. I can put my drinks or whatever. So, nothing crazy. But those things are going for, like, I've seen them on sale at Canadian Tire, on sale for $60.
Okay.
So, I figured this one, it's just missing the pouch, but it was $25. I'm like, it's worth it.
And not damaged, obviously.
And not damaged, yeah. So. And it's got a bit of a rock. You can rock in it too.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Probably just because of the flex in it. It's not like a design feature. It's just a feature.
What I got was also automotive, but way more obscure, let's say.
Okay.
I got sound deadening material for car. Killamat is the brand, and I had bought some of a different brand from Amazon a while ago and still have it in my car waiting to install. But I got some more from that day. It was basically half price on Amazon. It's the exact one is $55, and that was $25 a day. So, and the box was brand new, sealed. Unfortunately, I found it right when I pretty much got there. Like, it was like the third bin I looked in. So I had to carry it around with me for the next hour and a half as I shopped, looking through the other bins.
It was bring ridiculous. A wagon like everybody else? Come on.
I've never seen someone bring a wagon. People bring wagons there?
I saw a guy with a wagon in there.
Oh my god, that's actually genius, but terrible at the same time. Because they'd probably take up so much room.
Yeah, oh well.
You need one of those bum carts, the two-wheeled carts that you set it down like it's a square and tall.
Oh, like I call those the granny cart. Carts.
Okay, yeah. We've always called it a bum cart. It's probably not the best name. My wife said it because she had one and she called it her bum cart.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's okay then.
Probably not. She worked at a homeless shelter for 8 years. We'll call it okay.
Yeah. I carried around a Switch game with me for a while. It was the Peaky Blinders Switch game.
I don't even know that game at all.
Well, it's based on a TV show.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's going for like 30-ish on Amazon.
Okay.
So I was like, I thought about it, but I ultimately decided not to. So.
Yeah.
Lots of adult toys, though.
Really?
Holy.
See, that last time I went, there was maybe one.
Oh, man.
How many did you buy, though? Too expensive
this is
for
a family-friendly podcast. I'll show you later. There was just like big old D hanging out. I'll say that.
I've definitely seen that while there.
Holy.
And remember, these are Amazon returns, people. Amazon returns.
I was going to take a picture and send it to you and say, where am I?
I know exactly where you were. It's good. It's good.
But I was like, I'm with my father-in-law. I don't want to see him I don't want him to see me taking a picture of a big old D.
Yeah, so. That's probably a wise idea.
Like, no, it's a joke, really.
Yeah. Why are you putting it in your bag? No reason.
No reason.
It's a gag. Joke. It's a gag gift.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, that was it. That was out of place. I have a chair sitting in the middle of my room.
Yeah.
Also, now my youngest thinks that is his chair.
Oh.
He's 2, and every time he gets into it, getting into it is fine. Every time he gets out of it, it flips over on him and he falls on his face. And I keep telling him, why don't you just sit? I have like that red, like velvety recliner.
Yeah, I can see
also
right
a kid's
behind
chair.
it. Yeah.
I'm like, sit in that chair, and he's like, no, and starts screaming. Like, he doesn't want that chair. He wants this little rickety.
It's new.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I just need to take it down so he doesn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just need to pack it up, put it with your motorcycle.
He'll get upset though. He'll be like, "Where's the chair? Where's the chair?"
Forget about the chair. Here's a shiny quarter.
Well, he's gotten to the point. So I've been playing Super Mario 3D World with my oldest.
Okay. Yeah.
We actually beat it. We got credits on it.
I think you told me that.
I got.
It must have been when I was over. You told me, I think.
Yeah, I got Polykill shout out for it, so that was nice. But
I'm behind on podcasts.
Well, listen for my name. I got when I played it by myself. I think I last played it in like 2013. No, that doesn't sound right. 2013? Does that sound right?
I have no idea.
That seems too long ago.
No,
probably is.
No, it's impossible. And there's more explanation on that later in the podcast. Why I know that that's impossible.
Okay, I'm probably just thinking of it. Maybe it's 2015. Then I'm thinking
probably 2015. I would place bets on it being 2015.
When I beat the game, I beat it to the credits, and then I think I left it at that. So in this one, after the credits, there's actually like a rocket ship that shows up on World 1, and it takes you up to like a galaxy world.
Okay.
And there's even more. So there's like another 4 worlds after you beat the game.
Yes.
That we're going through now. And they're like, it's like hard mode. Like
Yeah, we beat it as well. My wife, my son, and I. I don't think my daughter was around, or she was too young. I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going through that right now. But he's been talking about playing Mario Odyssey. He's talking to a kid at school who plays Mario Odyssey. So he's been coming home saying, I want to play Odyssey. I want to play Odyssey. But I'm just like, hey, we got to finish this one first.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not jumping you in Odyssey right away. So, but he has come a long way in playing games. When we first played that, he would barely move. He was so scared of the Goombas, he would never go near them. I'd have to go and get all the enemies. But now he's like, you know, he's running up. He can beat the first level completely by himself now. He'll run and he'll jump on the Goombas. He's not scared of them anymore. And I wanted that one. Just I feel like I'm running over territory that we've talked about last episode, but I wanted the game where he would learn how to move in like a 3D space.
Yeah. Dual stick.
And it seems to have, yeah. And he's figured out, you know, oh, if I stand in the shadow of the box and I jump, then I will hit the box.
Yeah.
You know, like little simple things. You're just like, oh yeah, of course. Like I know that, and I would never think to have to explain that to a child. But yeah, it's something I take for granted.
Yeah.
But
yeah, my son's 8 now. We've been playing games since he was like 2.5. We have a video of him at 2.5 playing Super Mario World on Game Boy Advanced.
okay, yeah.
And even then, I'm like, wow, you're better than I expected.
How far did he get? Because I tried putting my oldest at 2 years old, and he just kind of looked like blank stare at the screen.
No, he played. He would die, but I can't remember how quickly. It'd be like a 50-50 chance he'd jump over the first guy or something like that, right?
Okay.
I had the video, like I said, but I haven't checked it in forever.
Yeah. So, well, I saw that your son beat a game too.
Yeah, what did he beat now? I tweeted it out, but I can't remember what it was now.
Bowser's Fury.
Yes, yeah.
How do I know and you don't know?
Because I remember the picture. I remember just seeing it on my phone the other day. But when did I tweet that out? That was a while ago, wasn't it? So I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyway, yeah. He plays a lot of games that, I mean, he doesn't play games that often, but he does like to play to finish the games.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Where'd he get that? Not from you.
No. Well, see, he's young and he has time.
Yeah, I know.
When I was young, I had time. It was glorious. There's just no time anymore, so.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now we just play games that have no ending. We were just playing, well, that one has an ending, I guess, but we were playing a game yesterday, what's it called? Trail Makers for on Steam. And we were playing multiplayer with the two of us. And it's there's a campaign mode or there's just like sandbox mode, but it's basically a game where you in campaign mode you drive around, you're crash landed on this planet and you walk around at first until you get enough pieces. So you're walking around finding meteors that came out of your ship, it says, essentially, that you're rebuilding your ship slowly. But as you're going, you can use the same pieces to build vehicles to get around, to get more pieces. And you start with ground vehicles, then you turn to like driving in mud, so you need mud tires. Then you have spike tires. Then you can drive on water. Then you can fly, all that kind of stuff. Then there's hover vehicles, and there's a tractor beam to pick up these blocks to return them back to unlock them. So anyway, we were playing this, and we opened it up to play with other online people, and we had like a bunch of people online joining because most people's servers, I guess, the default player count is 4, but I know my PC can handle more, so I cranked it up to 8 players, and we had 8 people all in our server, and they're all like going around with their better vehicles and bringing the pieces to us so we can get stuff unlocked. So it's kind of cool, but that game's it's kind of really long, I think, for the campaign. Yeah, we've played it before together.
Like a long game.
Yeah. It's a pretty big world too, and then there's the struggles of getting around when your vehicle can't handle it. But then you just build a better vehicle. I really like it because it's like Lego or problem solving, where it's like, okay, I picked up that thing and can't bring it back because it's too heavy for me to bring in the water. My vehicle sinks, so I got to build my vehicle better, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty cool. Or you can build vehicles that are also amphibious, so you make a boat, and then you're like, well, I've got the thing, now I need to get onto land, so I got to add wheels to it and motors and all that stuff. So Pretty fun.
Cool.
And with the Steam Workshop, you can also download other people's vehicles too.
That's true.
Yeah, as long as you've unlocked the parts
Mods?
for it. Yeah, there are mods and stuff too. I think they called it plugins, but same thing. Yeah.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Fun game.
Speaking of not having time to beat games, I was going back, and I'm actually beating games that I had left off and never went back to finish. I'm actually going back to finish them. So I talked about my friend Pedro last time.
Yeah. I need to finish that.
Just between that episode recording and the new year, I beat Ape Out. Did you know about that one?
I thought you did somewhere.
Maybe I did.
I need to play that too.
I did actually beat it, so.
I don't remember if I own that now. That bothers me.
I think you said you did. I think we've talked.
Yeah, I think I bought it on sale on Steam because I missed it on the Epic Store. It's the only Epic giveaway that I've missed. Yeah, I do have it on Steam, although it's not installed.
This does sound familiar. I feel like we've talked about this already.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've beaten it, and it's good. The last couple levels on that are super frustrating.
Okay.
But
So
the last level though, oh, so good. It makes up for all of it.
Yeah, but I have to always remember that you beat Super Meat Boy and N+, so
Yeah,
just not on the same level.
I 100%ed Super Meat Boy.
It's a great game, but I'm not built for that. Patience-wise and skill-wise.
That one is so good because there's a pattern to it, right? There's always a pattern to every level.
It's a great game. It still requires that reflexes, twitch reflexes, and also practicing over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, once you find your path, you're good. That's just it's experimenting to find the path.
Yeah. And then they replay it at the end. I love it.
And you get to see all your deaths.
So good. I wish every game did that.
If that game, though, if you had to wait between loads, like every time you died and you had to, you did the game over, gotta try again, load, and I wouldn't play it.
Yeah. It's because you're fast. You're right back into it. Yeah.
You die, it starts again immediately. Go, 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 go. And what I like about it is that...
You tried Bloody Trapland? It's similar to that. Bloody
Trapland?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
Same thing, but you're a bear.
What was I going to say? What I liked about Super Meat Boy was that the levels were designed for you to go fast.
Yeah.
Right? If you were going your regular speed, you could do it, but the game was designed for you to hold that run button down and get through it. There's like a walking path that's slower. You can do it, but again, to have it designed to hold down the run button and get through it running and not letting go of the run button is a cool game design feature that I like anyway. So
frustrating, but fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I completely understand. And I wasn't going to do it because I had beaten N+ before that. And that was a heck of a game, trying to complete that.
Yeah.
But as soon as Super Meat Boy came out, I'm just like, I can't do this. I already stressed out so hard playing N+. I can't do this to myself again.
And then
But then I played the demo over and over and over. And I'm just like, I just need to buy this game. So I did it. It's great. It's one of my favorite games of all time because it's so good.
Yep.
But
I have a lot of respect for those games. I just won't ever beat them, and I'm fine with that.
And if you are planning on play it, see if you can find the oldest version you can that has the better music, because they updated it with the new music, and the new music is garbage.
Huh. Interesting.
So, actually, you know what? I think I have an extra PC copy around here. You might want to, if you want the good music.
I'll never. I can just mute the music or turn the music off and play my own.
No, but or
I can get the old soundtrack somewhere, I'm sure.
The original music is so good.
So. Yeah. I don't plan on playing that game very much, so.
But your son might.
Yeah, that's a little while for him. That's a pretty gory game.
It's gory, but it's not real gory. You know what I mean? It's not humans. It's just like ground beef.
Yeah.
Basically.
There's a Super Meat Boy editor. I didn't know that. Apparently I own that.
So, and I've been playing I bought a game called Scribbled on the Switch.
Scribbled. Huh.
I think it was 10 cents. When I downloaded it, the game tile says Scribbed on it. It's 4 levels. It's literally a guy's like sketch drawings. You're going through a level. And that game is absolute trash. Like absolute trash.
So you overpaid.
Yeah. I put it on Twitter, but literally I would have had more fun taking a dime and going out and throwing it down the sewer. I would have had more fun listening to the splash with that dime in the sewer than playing that game.
Yep, I've seen games like that.
I held out and I played it for about half an hour. I can't get past the second level because it's like one hit death. And anything touches you, it's over. And there's no like death animation. It's just something touches you, and the level reloads.
At least it doesn't make you wait for a game over screen.
I guess. Anyways, I haven't deleted it from my Switch yet because I want to show it to somebody and be like, "Here, play this," and then be like, "What the heck are you?"
Yeah, your friends love bad games.
Yeah. If I had any friends.
You have friends. I've been there. They've been there. You
But
have friends you
aside
even
from
played
that-
co-op and multiplayer games with. I don't have that. Nobody comes over here. I did have some for a while, but
I haven't played co-op or multiplayer game. Actually, multiplayer. Well, I've been playing multiplayer with my son now, but
yeah.
like as far as like co-op full campaign co-op games, nothing. I haven't played anything in like 2 years.
Yeah, thanks, COVID.
Thanks, COVID.
You and me played on stream. There is that.
That was
light
like
gun games. They were still
last
co-op.
year, though. That's true. Yeah.
Last year was like a month ago. Like literally.
What? Okay, sorry. Which game are you talking?
I'm talking about the December stream.
Oh, the December stream. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
light
thought you were
gun
talking
games.
about Helldivers.
No. We do need to play
I was
that,
like,
though.
that was a long time ago. So.
What I have to talk about relates to that too.
Yeah. I've been watching this game called Horizon Chase Turbo. You probably heard of
I have it. I haven't played it.
Okay. I originally dismissed it because it's basically like an Outrun game, and I'm not huge into Outrun.
It was originally a mobile phone game, right? Pretty sure I played it on the phone.
No, I don't think so. I thought it was like a game. But anyways, it went on sale on eShop for like $5 or something like that. So I bought it, and I've been playing it, and it's really good, actually.
It was Horizon Chase World Tour, might have been the Android one,
Or maybe.
Or just Horizon Chase, maybe originally. Anyway, probably a different, set of levels, maybe features
same
and stuff.
idea, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
It's really good. There's a lot more strategy involved in that game than I originally gave it credit for. I mean, it's just a racing game, but you got to figure out, okay, when do I use my boosts? When do I pass? There's collectibles on the track, so you get bonuses for collecting all of them. So it's fun. So I've been playing if you collect everything and you get in first, you get like a super trophy. So I've been playing every track until I get a super trophy in every track. I think I'm on the 3rd or 4th city now. I don't know how many cities there are, but yeah, it's been good. Get it and play it when it's cheap. But you already have it. So
I got it. I just need to play it. I'll add that to the stack of games I need to play.
And the graphics are really good, and the music is really good.
You do remember this is Thursday, the night I normally play games.
Well, you can play now. I'm not stopping you.
That's all right. I'd be playing Satisfactory if I wasn't here.
But yeah, music in that game is so good. If you like that synthwave, like 80s, 80s vibe synthwave.
That's not the one that Jason Hein did the soundtrack.
No,
for,
that's
right?
Hot Shot Racing.
Yes, okay.
That one is. I wanted to play this one first because I think Hot Shot Racing was not. I don't want to say inspired by, but it seems very similar. And this one came out first. Yeah. I don't ask my reasoning. I don't have a reason. I don't have a good reason.
No, I
anyway.
think Horizon Chase came out first.
Yeah. So that's my plan.
Yeah.
I will get to, because I have Hot Shot. I think you gifted me Hot Shot Racing
I may have.
on Steam.
I may have. That sounds
So,
familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was on sale. It was on your wish list.
So.
And maybe
Yeah.
Jason Heidi gets a cut of that. I don't know. He did the music, so.
Other than that, that's about all I've been playing, I think. More games than I've normally played in like the past year.
Right?
I've been
Yeah.
dabbling in the like Castlevania collection. That went on sale for like $6.79 or something like that. So I've been playing through the first Castlevania. I think I'm on like the third castle, which isn't very far, but it's like once a week I'll be like, oh, I should play this again, and I'll kind of go through a level and then save state it, then move on. I don't know. I've never been into Castlevania games.
No,
So.
me neither. I couldn't care less. I tuned out when you said Castlevania.
Well, you'd think that's a game that I would like, right? It's a hard platformer.
I would
and
think
I
it's
like
a
hard
game you
platformers.
like, yes.
Yeah. So I was like, I should like this, but I just have never cared about it. So, but I figured I'd try the first one. We'll see how it goes.
Well, I played a game called Off-Road Mania on Steam. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
It's like a Trials type game-ish, but 3D.
Okay.
And the graphics honestly look like Hot Shots Racing.
Okay. So like that polygonal.
Yeah, very, very plain, no textures, really, just colors, right?
Yeah.
It was fun. I haven't finished it. My daughter is even playing it a little bit too, because I had to go like work on supper or something like that, help the wife with something, and so she played it on my computer a little bit. Looks like I had it played it for almost 2 hours, and before that I had played a game called Train Valley, which is just like connect the train tracks however you want to these existing things, and then get the train with the right color to the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on Steam as well. Yeah, I think that's probably all I've played lately. Those and Satisfactory for hours on end.
Yeah.
I have a Satisfactory dedicated server running on my computer that my friend is currently playing on my computer, like with his computer from home, right?
You got too many servers in your house.
I do have that. I have less now because I got a great deal on Kijiji. I found the $1,200 server for $200.
Oh, really?
Some guy, it's $1,200 new, and he obviously used it for a while, but he sold it for $200. So I jumped on that, which it was a NAS that holds 10 drives.
Oh, wow.
So I got rid of my 4-bay NAS, a 2-bay NAS, another 2-bay NAS, and a 5-bay NAS.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot of NAS.
The 5-bay I was trying to get rid of anyway because it's the Drobo, and I already had one Drobo fail on me, and I don't want another one to fail. Just the Drobo is the file system's proprietary, so if one fails, you need another Drobo to use those files again.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get away from that one. I did give my sister one years ago for her photos. She lost photos a couple times, and she was storing photos on the original SD cards from her camera with no backups. I'm like, come on. And then she started backing up to her laptop hard drive, but it was before SSDs, and laptop hard drives take a beating, especially when she had 4 kids.
Yeah.
So I think the drive died on that computer, and that's how she lost photos the one time. So I gave her this NAS and said, you buy drives for it, but here's a NAS. Like, I bought it for like $250, I think, and said, I don't want you to lose photos. I'm your nerdy brother. I can't let you lose data. Buy some hard drives, put them in here, load it up, and then I told her to do that several times, and she hadn't done it because she's forgetful. And I put one of her daughters in charge of doing it, and it finally got done. Yeah.
Give it to the kids.
She's also huge on photography. Like, she had a photography business for a bit on the side, so she has a lot of photos from her
Yeah,
kids.
you'd think
plus,
you'd need that. You'd need
Yeah.
that backup then.
You would think so.
Jeez. So, I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, you know what I've heard I think it was between yesterday and today, I have heard 2 of the same story that I've never heard before about HP printers
Okay.
having the equivalent of DRM on their ink cartridges.
Yeah, they all do.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, the reason why you heard about it is because the chip shortages that are happening right now caused Canon to come out with a workaround to their DRM. Because
they're have it on their printers too?
Yes, yeah.
It's so dumb. Why can't you just use the ink that you have?
It's the same. They already make it proprietary the way it fits in, but someone can copy that fairly easy. Then the circuit board is proprietary, but someone could copy that. But then the DRM is like actual encryption. But the Canon one is basically you just have to ignore the warnings. That's what they told everybody is. Okay. You can put in our new ones which don't have that chip and just ignore the warnings saying it's not authentic. But I'm assuming HP. The problem is that HP actually has real DRM that you actually have to have there, and that's the problem, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, I was listening to the Completely Unnecessary podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need a shout out from us, but
yeah,
he was talking about he bought a brand new printer had brand new ink in it at a garage sale. And this was a while ago, but then he went to put it in. He put the ink in and it wouldn't print. Because the chip said that ink is too old and it would not allow it to be used.
Too old. So it's date limited.
Yeah, it's like dated.
Oh, that's expired. Too bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then I heard another, I think it was Console Kev. I was listening to his podcast, Friending Me Fire. And he said he had the same story about hearing. I was just like,
both were
how
HP.
Crazy is this? Both HP, yeah.
Okay.
It just will, it won't let you use the ink.
Because you and I were just talking about your printer recently that you.
Yeah, that's true. I did buy a new printer. That's why. This is very interesting to me. I bought it's like a mini. What is it? It's called Mobile Office Jet, something like that. Mobile 200.
Did you also find one of the garbage? Yeah, Value Village. That's what it was. Right?
This was Value Village.
Yes.
It was $20. It has ink with it, like brand new ink. It had ink in it that was full.
Yeah.
I printed a test page. It gives you like a report. It only printed 18 pages.
Yeah, that was like its total past printing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And it's wireless. And it runs on battery. HP.
Okay.
Normally I would I try to stay away from HP. I'm not a huge fan of them either, but sometimes it's just the price is right, so
yeah, that's the thing. They get you with the price, and then the cartridge is 4 times the price of the printer.
Well, the other companies aren't that much better, so.
I was just helping my grandma on her computer the other day. My mom messages me and says, I'm at grandma's house, and she's having problems printing. And it was a printer my mom had gave her. Was it HP? I think it was. Anyway, the application that the printer uses requires Flash to run. But Flash is dead at end of life. Yeah. Flash is dead. So her computer just kept saying every time you run the HP support center or solution center, that's what it was, solution center program for aligning the cartridge heads and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It would just say you need Flash. Go install Flash. You click a link. It takes you to Adobe, and apparently my grandma's like, and it wanted me to pay for Flash. I'm like, that's not right. Something's not right there. So I got in there and we found that in Windows there's a setting you can get to the properties of the printer, and then somewhere else in where was it, maintenance or something like that, you could do the printhead alignment, which didn't help, but printhead cleaning fixed her problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Long story longer, right? A lot of printer talk today.
Printer talk, wiper blades. If people haven't tuned out yet, they're gone now. We lure them with the game talk and then switch it to printers real quick.
Exactly. Ha-ha! Well, you started right off the bat with wipers, so.
I know.
They knew what they were cutting into.
That was my annoyance today, so I was like, oh.
I don't think I had an annoyance yet today, other than work stuff, but that's.
Other than this podcast.
Stuff. Well, yeah, it's taking up my game time. I'm looking around for things that have bothered or annoyed me lately, and I can't think of anything.
Aren't you lucky?
My kids aren't down here, that's why.
Your annoyances are in bed.
They better be. It's 10 o'clock. I did watch some things.
All right, let's
in
go
the
into let's
past
go into
month.
that.
This one's like way at the beginning of the month. I watched the TV show Con Man with Alan Tudyk.
Okay.
You know
I
Alan
haven't heard of
Tudyk?
it. No.
Oh,
I know who Alan Tudyk
okay.
is. Yes, but
so
haven't.
it's basically not con man as in con artist, but con man as in a person who goes to conventions. So
okay.
like comic book conventions. So he basically is playing a make believe version of himself, who was on a science or sci-fi TV show about a spaceship with Nathan Fillion, who plays his co-partner in this show, but under a different name. They're just all different names basically, but it has a ton of people in this show, and it has now I'm gonna forget his name. Nolan North, is it? No, who's the other one? Nolan North and the other guy do a show together.
Calling me on the.
No, it is Nolan. It is Nolan North. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I forget who the younger version of him is. I forget. They both do a lot of voice acting in video games.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is Nolan North, and he acts in this show as a voice actor, basically. But he's like,
So himself.
yeah, basically. But they're like really crappy versions of themselves, like terrible people, basically. But it has so many people in that show. It's a really good show, and it was originally an Indiegogo funded campaign for the first season, and then it got picked up by a network, but now I forget which one it was. And then there's also Rudy, what's his name, is also in it. Why can't I think of his name? So Felicia Day's in it. So many people that I can't. Lou Ferrigno's in it. Leslie Jordan is a guy from stuff. Mindy Sterling, sorry. What is the other name that I was trying to find? I've forgotten who I was even talking about it. But anyway, tons of people in that show. It looks like they just got all their friends to come be on the show.
They call in a bunch of favors.
Yeah, probably. I think they also had Seth Green in it. Sean Astin, who I was trying to think of before. Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, Seth Green had to play a part in it in one episode. Most of them are just like they play a character that's there for one episode, but yeah, funny show, very funny.
Cool.
Very inappropriate in so many ways, but really funny. I also watched 6 Days to Air, the making of South Park documentary.
Yes, that's an old one.
It was
I remember
really
watching
good.
that.
It's been on my
I remember
list
watching
for
that
a
when I lived in
long
my
time.
apartment before I was married.
Yeah, it's been on my list for a long time to watch. It was really good though.
That's good. I don't think they do it like that anymore, but
I don't know. For their health and sanity, I hope not.
yeah, like that's a super stressful lifestyle if that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Well, they've done it like that for how many years, but I think they've not done that for a while.
Yeah, I hope not. But if it produces good content, then obviously it's probably worth it to them. But
They're making millions of dollars doing it. So
yeah. Well, for them, it's about pushing themselves. Like you saw how much Trey, right? It was Trey that was basically running the show pretty much. He was like really stressed, and he kept saying every episode is the worst episode until, it's all done and he sees it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wife and I have also been watching Storage Wars lately because that show's back on.
Okay.
It's a guilty pleasure. We enjoy that show no matter what. Same with Catfish.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Catfish. I love the researching people part of it, looking to find out who it really is based on internet profiles and all that stuff. I would totally do that for a living or for free. I would absolutely do that for free. Give me a name, give me as much as you know about someone, and I'll figure out what I can. Or give me a rare console, and I'll search for it.
There you go. Ever heard of this Django console before?
Yeah, exactly. I only saw episode 1 of the U.S. Office. Episode 1, season 1, and it's so a rip-off, like complete copy of
it is.
British.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be that close. I thought they tried to do, their own interpretation, but even the jokes were very much the same.
The first season is very much
I figured
the same.
it's going to be, until they find their own thing.
But push through.
Yeah, that's what I figured. We've been watching Ted Lasso. We just started doing season 2.
Okay.
Which
That's
you don't have Ted Lasso season 2 on your, but I do now.
Yes, I do. I thought I did.
Season 2 wasn't there, I believe.
Okay.
Just so you
I
know.
thought it was.
I don't know.
I'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, mine does now. Anyway, we also watched Eternals. Have you seen Eternals yet?
I haven't. I've fallen off the Marvel bandwagon. So.
It's, I don't know.
I've heard not great things about it.
It's not bad, but it's just nothing special.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
And it looks like it's trying so hard to be something special.
It almost makes it worse.
Yeah.
Almost makes it worse.
And it was blatantly obvious that they tried to check every box on the diversity bingo board.
Well, yeah, they have to do that now too, right? So
I don't doubt it, and I'm glad it's there, but some of it just felt so forced. Like, I literally, if they just had a quadriplegic in the movie, it would have been like, bingo.
Yeah.
Full tilt, everybody possible. Yeah.
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 I don't know if I'm ready to go back to Marvel just yet. We'll see. I gotta watch Shang-Chi. That's the one I've heard.
Oh, okay. Shang-Chi was good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I watched every Marvel movie that came out up until the last Infinity War movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a big, okay, this is the big payoff.
No.
Right? Like, aside from like, okay, the first Iron Man I didn't see in theaters because I wasn't sure about it. Like, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But like, everything after Iron Man that came out, like all that, everything. Like, opening weekend, I was there day and date, did it. After that Infinity War saga happened, there was like the big sigh of relief. Okay, we've done it. We've made it through. And I just haven't. I'm just like, it's been how many years of this? I just need to step away.
Don't bother seeing it in theater. Just watch it at your leisure.
Well, see, this is back when I would. Well, I don't go to theater now, but.
Yeah, I know. Well, we did.
This was. Yeah,
months
not
ago.
for a Marvel movie. But again, this was the, like, I would go, there was a time there when I would go to the movie theater every week. Like, I'd go on Tuesday nights when it was half price.
Yeah.
And I'd go with the friends, and we would, like, every week go and see whatever new movie came out on the Friday before. Right? So it was just like, what are we seeing? Marvel. And, I don't know. It's just been... It's not a...
That's called being burnt out.
And that's the thing. I think I'm just burnt out on Marvel stuff.
See, I never got that hyped about it, so I didn't really get there, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Marvel or if it's DC or whoever it is. I'll just watch whatever. The only one I haven't was Superman versus Batman, or whatever the heck that was that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched that. I haven't. There's no desire to, because I'm going to have to criticize it, right? It's a lot of effort to make something, or to prove why something's dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's what it's going to be, according to what everybody says. I also I watched the original Suicide Squad. I never watched the Snyder Cut, and I never watched the new one yet.
You talking about Justice League? Sorry,
Justice League. What did I say? Suicide? No, Suicide.
You said Suicide Squad.
Sorry, Justice League. I watched Suicide Squad. I never watched either Justice League, right?
Okay.
There was the original cut and then the Snyder cut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched either one of them. That's what it was. And then the new Suicide Squad.
You have seen the new Suicide Squad?
I have not, no.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
That one's good.
Because I saw the original one and didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either, but again, I didn't walk away going like, oh my gosh, Suicide Squad is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's how I feel about Eternals. Pretty much. Like, yeah, it was thing.
The new Suicide Squad is probably the newest superhero movie I watched. Okay. That was fairly recent. That was I probably should have written it down, because apparently I watched it. I forgot that I watched it. But
exactly.
I do have a list, but I forgot to write that one down. Maybe because I watched it last month. Who knows? Yeah. Between Christmas and New Year's, like between our recording.
So that means you also haven't watched WandaVision?
No.
Hawkeye?
No.
Wasn't there another one in there? Oh, Loki.
Loki? I haven't watched Loki.
I've seen all three.
Loki. I don't know, man. I just can't do it. I was just like, I've lost all interest in it.
Of the three, I would choose to watch Loki again, I think. Like, it was the most interesting one, I think.
Yeah.
WandaVision, I just didn't feel like anything paid off. And then with Hawkeye was decent.
Yeah.
Isn't
there like Falcon and Winter Soldier? Isn't there one of those?
Oh, yeah, I watched that too. Yeah, well, Falcon and Winter Soldier as well. Yeah. I don't remember much happening in that either. But again, I have no attachment to Falcon or Winter Soldier, so
yeah,
there's that too.
I've even felt like I haven't even watched haven't watched Mandalorian.
I watched that as well.
That's the one I would watch first, but
I don't care about Star Wars at all, and I watched that.
Yeah, like I like Star Wars, so that's like the one I would go to because I've heard good things.
Yeah,
that has 2 seasons, right? So
I think so. I'm pretty sure I watched them both. I haven't seen Rogue One and Skywalker, whatever Awakens or whatever that was, right?
Rogue One is the one you should watch.
Yeah.
Of all the Star Wars, Rogue One is the one to watch.
Yeah, eventually.
And then the new like Book of Boba Fett, like that come out. I'm gonna see that. But again, haven't gotten around to it.
Mandalorian was decent. I was excited about it in the middle, and then near the end, it's kind of like I don't remember anything that great happening, but that's just maybe my memories from it being however long it's been.
Yeah.
I also binged it, and that also makes things not stick as much, I find, but I still prefer to watch it that way, so I remember what's happening at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And then last night, my wife and I watched National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Was that your first time?
No, I saw it years ago. I just don't remember very good. But there were scenes that both of us are like, yeah, I remember this. But I loved it. It was just fun.
That's
like,
good.
Like the wacky, ridiculous stuff. Like someone has broken into his friend's house and he's walking up the stairs, and as he turns the corner, a hand shadow comes at him and goes like makes a weird creepy sound, and he turns around and it goes away, and that's just the end of that joke. Like, I just love the random throwaway stuff like that. It's like, who thought of that? And was that in the script, or was that something they came up with and they're on scene, like, shooting, and they're like, what if I do this? Like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like...
And I was surprised that movie wasn't more politically incorrect these days. Like, there wasn't really much that I would be like, ooh, questionable. No, but movies from that time usually are like, oh, no, that's bad now. Like, yeah, like making fun of transgender people, making fun of gay people, like all those things are usually tokens of that time frame, and this does not really do that I picked up on, at least. Yeah.
I got a movie that does that later coming up.
Okay. Well, I've done my list.
That's it?
You can go for it. Yeah. That's all I remember anyway. I even double checked my Tracked.tv, which is connected to my Plex.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So it keeps track of my history.
My wife and I have continued our Harry Potter marathon.
Okay.
To go through all the movies.
Yeah.
We finished them all, so that was good. Have you seen any of the Harry Potter movies? Probably not.
It's like random one or two here and there.
Okay. They're good. They're a lot better than I remember them being, which is saying a lot.
Okay.
I think the movies get really good at the third movie. Like 1 and 2, you can definitely tell like these are kid actors and they don't have the acting chops.
Okay.
Like they're just kind of getting through it, and it's fine. But the third movie is when they really come into their own, and the movies start to get serious at that point.
How many are there?
There are 8.
I don't even want to try to watch them all now.
Well, see, you could watch the first one probably with your oldest.
Yeah, so he watched the first one, and he got really excited about watching them.
Yeah.
And then I thought someone had warned us, or we read like commonsensemedia.org. You ever been there?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So it's like they give reviews on how a kid would see this movie, or what what's good or bad for a child. Like they say like positive influences and bad language is obviously one thing, and violence, and they like classify the violence, sexuality, and even product placement and stuff. They classify that.
Okay.
It used to be just a freely open website. Now they have a subscription service. But when you go there to their website and go to a movie, they usually give you 3 free ones you can check out.
Okay.
Without subscribing, which usually that just resets when you use a different phone or after a while, whatever. Clear your cookies. I have no idea. Something allows me to see more. But that site, I think, had said that like the second or third movie was more scary, and something that I remember being specifically my son would have been scared of probably like 2 years ago now, maybe more.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably could watch more of them now.
Yeah.
It would be really fun to sit down and just watch them with him. It's just there's no time when I'm with him and not with his sister, right? My daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
I wanted to start watching movies with him in 3D, in VR, where I put on one Oculus headset, he puts on the other, and we just watch a movie together in big screen VR. But again, there's just no time to actually do it, let alone all the technical issues the last time I tried to do it. I think I talked about that.
Get that
before.
3D TV, man. Just get that 3D TV.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. My TV from 2010 is never going to die. It's just never going to die.
Built like a tank.
Yeah, because they actually built them well. Like it was like second gen LCD TV, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, before LED came in.
Okay. So yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I was just talking with my friend, and his is the same age, but his is a smart TV and mine is not. Mine's before smart TVs.
Yeah. My parents got a smart TV and it is no longer smart, so it just kind of like
our
all the
TV
smart
upstairs started
died
doing
on
that.
it.
Is it Samsung?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought ours just started doing that last week, although my wife didn't tell me about it today. So either she's been using casting to the Chromecast as a workaround, or it's fixed itself. I don't know. But it was just doing the exact same thing. You'd press the smart button, and then it would, or the YouTube button, and it would just reload that and crash and reboot the phone, or reboot the screen, the TV.
Yeah.
Netflix app still works, but
yeah, I got a Chromecast. I'm happy. I don't need a smart TV.
Yeah.
Google actually when my parents got a TV, it was literally just you couldn't get a non-smart TV. Like at that point where it was just I got my TV just now? Before. I think you probably can now still, but they're like really small. Like I have an Insignia TV here as like a third monitor, and it's not smart, but it was like $60.
How old is it? That was new you bought.
Yeah, I bought it like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, just curious. So. Yeah, so small ones maybe.
Like a little small, like dinky, cheap TV, probably not smart TV, right? But if you want like a big living room TV, like 50, 55, 60.
Yeah.
Even if you're getting up to like, 40, 45.
Yeah, mine are both 46. I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Those are probably smart TVs. Like.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Harry Potter. The second movie is, I would say, classified as scary because there's a big snake in it that tries to.
Prisoner of Azkaban, that's the one?
Second one is Chamber of Secrets. The third one is Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, where's the first one?
The first one is the Sorcerer's Stone. Or, sorry, the Philosopher's Stone. That's how old I am. When Harry Potter first came out, it was called the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
And they changed the name.
It was Philosopher's Stone first, right?
No, it was Sorcerer's Stone first, and then changed to Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, because the game for PS1 is the opposite.
Yes.
It was Philosopher's Stone, and they renamed it to the US.
Oh, they did? Oh, okay.
So the Canadian version is more rare, as I found out from VG Collectaholic, because he had me pick one up for him. Philosopher's Stone is more rare on PS1. Sorcerer's Stone is what they're sold as in the US. You can only get Philosopher's Stone in Canada if you want the North American one.
Really?
Yeah, so go look for it.
Oh, so did you buy that one local that I saw? Is that the one you bought?
No.
There was one up a little...
It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I did see one locally as well. Yeah.
There was one locally I saw. It was like $10, and I thought about going to get it because.
Yeah, I checked eBay just to see what the Philosopher's Stone was selling for, and it's 15 to 20. So.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah. Unless you say Canadian rare version.
Quote unquote. The second movie has the snake, and they spoilers. Stab the snake through the head with a sword, and there's blood.
For literally a 20-year-old movie.
Yeah. But you never know. Someone could get upset. If P2 is listening, he gets upset. So that part would be scary. I understand, but the first movie is completely fine. Third movie, for sure, gets a little bit darker and more serious. But that's, I think, where the movie comes into its own. The series comes into its own. Forget which one it was. I think it was the 6th movie.
Half-Blood Prince?
The Half-Blood Prince, yeah. That's when that movie came to theaters, that was the one book that I hadn't read the Deathly Hallows yet either, because it was out, but I hadn't got to it yet. I'd caught up to the movies. The movies had caught up to me reading the books.
Okay.
I should say. And so I read the Half-Blood Prince in 24 hours. Like, I read the whole book right through, because we were going to the movie the next night on opening night. And I was like, I can't go to the theater and not have read the book. Like, it's just, I cannot do that. So, like, while I was at work, I wasn't doing this job. I worked at the factory.
Yeah.
I had a different job where I had a little bit more leisure time. And, literally stayed awake most of the night before. Then and I finished it the day that we went to the theater to see the movie.
What type of factory was this, anyway?
Pardon?
What type of factory was this?
Oh, I wasn't working in a factory.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
Before, yeah.
Okay.
Before that even. Before I was even working in a factory.
Okay.
Anyways, I went to go see the movie, and I thought that movie was absolute garbage. But that's the, like, I just read the book. Literally, it was the freshest thing in my mind.
Yeah.
Everything in that. And so going to see the movie, you're just like, this is absolute trash. Cannot believe they got away with making this.
I felt a little bit that with Ready Player One, because I had just done the audiobook.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah. I did the same thing. But
I still liked it, but it was, the book was better.
Well, the movie is completely different, right?
Yeah.
Well, not completely, but
not completely, but enough, yeah.
Most of it is different. All the challenges are different.
Yeah.
But anyways, with having watched through all of the Harry Potters this time, because I haven't read the books in forever, the movies do flow together a lot better having not read the books. So you don't need to watch or read the books to watch the movies.
I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah, not well. You would do audiobook though. I could see you doing audiobook.
Maybe. If I was going to do audiobook though, Harry Potter would not be my first choice. I don't mind it. It's just not focused towards or targeted towards me, my demographic right now.
Yeah. No,
I think of Harry Potter, I think of my cousin who's 7 years younger than me. No, not 7. She's 4 years younger than me. Yeah.
So, well, anyways, after we finished all the movies, then I went and downloaded the audiobooks.
But
so we go through those.
Did you get the made-for-TV series? TV special? TV special. Harry Potter 20th anniversary return to Hogwarts.
the reunion show, yes.
Is that what it is? Okay, it's a reunion show.
It's a reunion show. I haven't watched it yet.
IMDb search.
I'm waiting for my wife. Like by the time we got to the last 2 movies, my wife was just like kind of done with it. Like she was the one who wanted to do this, and she was like burning out. So, and I was just like, let's do it. Like every night, let's watch one. But it took us about 2 weeks to get through it all. Anyways, I'm going through the first book now, and I'm mostly going through it because of like that's nostalgia for me. That hit me when I was in like high school. I was reading those books. So
I wrote down the list of the movies and in order to eventually watch with my son, because he would like to do that, I'm sure.
Yeah. What else? New Year's Eve, I watched Blade Runner 2049 with my wife.
And
that movie, it is fantastic. It's by my crush of a director right now, Denis Villeneuve. The guy cannot make a bad movie. So that one is fantastic. It got brought up on the Collector's show with Bill, and Duke and Matt and Curtis. And Curtis said that he did not think Blade Runner 2049 was that great. And I want to clarify right now that Curtis is wrong. I mean, Curtis and I disagree about a lot of movies. But if he
what
doesn't
did Curtis
think...
say was good that made me wonder?
War of the Worlds. He said War of the Worlds was a good...
which made me wonder. I said in chat, I'm now questioning every time I've agreed with Curtis on something. War of the Worlds.
With Tom Cruise.
Terrible.
Anyways, it's good because I made my wife watch the original. I was like, let's watch the new one because it's just the thing about that time of year. I just have an urge to watch that.
I couldn't talk my wife into watching the original if I tried.
It's not violent.
It's sci-fi. She's like, nah, sci-fi.
It's a thriller. Not even a thriller. It's a mystery. It's a film noir. It's like, yeah, it's good. I don't think my wife appreciated it as much as I do, but I still like it. It's up there. And like I said on the collector show, I'm waiting to find that one on 3D Blu-ray. I did see it at one point, and it was like $10, and I didn't buy it, and I'm kicking myself.
Too expensive, right?
Yeah. It was like $10. You kidding me? That was used.
Who's got that kind of money?
I mean, I had a $9 credit in my pocket, but I wasn't going to spend it on that.
I got to pay $1 out of pocket? Come on.
$1 plus tax.
Yeah.
And then after that, a couple nights later, I watched the newest Wes Anderson movie called The French Dispatch.
Never even heard of it.
Are you familiar with Wes Anderson?
I know of him. Okay. I don't know anything about him.
He makes very odd and quirky movies. This one is no different, but this is more like almost like an anthology movie. There's like 4 different mini stories. They're all surrounding like a local, or like I should say like a travel paper.
Okay.
Based in France, so it's like reporters and how they experience life. They write about it, and so it's like following the reporters as they learn about what they're going to write about.
A star-studded cast.
Oh yeah, star-studded cast.
As soon as I see Bill Murray, I'm like,
Bill Murray's in most of Wes Anderson's movies. To be fair.
Okay.
He is like the odd one out.
So this is Bill Murray, Wes Anderson. What's the one with the underwater?
Life Aquatic.
Yeah, Life Aquatic.
Yeah, same.
I think I started watching that and just didn't have time to watch. Like I watched like 10 minutes of it or something. I did see Fantastic Mr. Fox and liked that.
That one is. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Screenplay
really
writer Wes Anderson.
Isle of Dogs is good.
Never seen it.
My favorite Wes Anderson movie, again, I feel like I said this last month. Moonrise Kingdom is my favorite Wes Anderson movie. As P2 would say, it is a deviant love story, and it is charming, and it's quirky, and yeah, it's great. It's got Bill Murray in it. Go watch it. It's got Bill Murray.
2 P2 references.
Yes.
For those player 2 of the Cartridge Club, if anyone.
This is deep cuts right here. Deep cuts.
Yeah. Super deep.
Anyways, French Dispatch is good, but it's not my favorite. But whatever. What
Things
else?
I need to watch. Right?
To your list.
I need to form my own opinion here. And Royal Tenenbaums, I think I tried to watch as well and never.
It's not. It's okay. It's not. I
had a friend who loved. I think it was Rushmore and Royal Tenenbaums. Like a friend of mine that I grew up with, being best friends, and I don't think I got into either one of them.
Rushmore is very early Wes Anderson. He did one before that called Bottle Rocket.
Yeah. Which I've heard
that
of
was like
many
his
times
first
too.
movie. That one is again
that
very.
One has Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson.
Yeah, and they play brothers.
Go figure.
Actually, maybe they're not brothers. I can't remember. But anyways, it's not great.
They don't have last names in their credit.
I think they might just be friends. I can't.
That's what it looks like.
It was like 2 years ago when I watched that. So
only 2 years.
Only 2 years, yeah. Well, because I was like, I'm gonna watch all the Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah, see, Grand Budapest Hotel. That's on Hotel. That's on my list as well, and I haven't seen.
Grand Budapest Hotel is fantastic. What's the other one? The Darjeeling Limited is another favorite. I would say Moonrise Kingdom, and then it would be Darjeeling Limited, and then probably Grand Budapest Hotel.
I've seen that, or part of that one. I've seen that.
Which one, the
some part
Darjeeling
of it.
Limited?
Yeah, I've seen
That's
some
the one
part
on
of
the
it.
train in India. That's
Yeah, I've seen some part of it.
That one is so funny. The comedy in that is so dry. It's so funny. Yeah, go through it. I haven't watched. I obviously said I was going to watch all the Wes Anderson movies. I still haven't watched all of them, but getting there. I need to watch Royal Tenenbaums again and Life Aquatic again.
All right.
Those are the two
Watch
that I'm
party.
not hyped on.
Right?
Yeah.
Watch party?
Go. We can. I will gladly watch Moonrise Kingdom again. That is so good. All right. I was at work and I had to drive the loader that pushes the garbage. I got to do that for a couple of days because our loader operator went away. He had like time booked off.
Okay.
Not sick.
Not
or
something
anything.
bad or
No.
Like,
He went home for Christmas to Alberta, but he didn't go during Christmas because it was too expensive. So he went like after Christmas when prices were like a quarter of what they were during Christmas.
Okay.
Time. So he was only gone for like 2 or 3 days. But anyways, I got to push garbage around. Got to drive a big Caterpillar for 2 days.
Okay, you sent me the picture, right?
No,
you sent me a picture of a bigger truck. That's what it was.
That was it. Yeah, I got to drive a transport truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was later. This was just a regular front end loader.
Okay.
I can get into that later. Oh, I could put it in right now. The pause for edit for the I hurt myself with the loader. Thursday morning, first thing in the morning, I get the keys to the loader. I get in. I'm getting into the loader. I have my backpack on one shoulder. That was my mistake because I should have had it on both. But I'm just like, I'm just going to take it on one so I can quickly sling it off and throw it in.
Yeah.
You got to climb up. Like the first step is like to get into it is like you got to bend your knee way up to get onto the first step.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had 2 or 3 steps up into it. I got to swing the door open. I got to lean back for the door to swing past me.
Yeah.
And it was cold and I was wearing those like woolen mitts, like woolen gloves, like just the cheap finger ones. As I was swinging like out of the way of the door, I was holding on to the bar with those gloves on, and I slipped. And I was like, you know that awkward like you're swinging your arms and you're trying to grab for anything, and everything you're grabbing onto you're slipping off of because you have these stupid gloves on. And I fell about 4 or 5 feet and landed flat on my back on the frozen ground.
Nice.
And I was just like,
and now the new driver is injured. Right? The new tractor driver is injured.
And I should have filled out like a WSIB form or something like that, or witness or whatever you want to call it.
Probably.
Or accident report. And I'm just like, I was honestly just like too embarrassed. I was just like, this is so stupid. I can't believe this happened. I'm just going to have to be sore for the next 2 days while I'm like that thing has no suspension, by the way. Like it's just, you're bouncing on everything.
Yep.
So anyways, that was I just lay there for like 30 seconds. We have cameras in the yard, but none of them were on that side.
Oh man.
So none of them saw me fall, thank goodness.
You asked them or not?
No, I know where the cameras are.
Oh,
There's no way they could have seen me, so.
That's something I'd ask for just to have. Do like Hodge and share it out like with everybody.
Hey, look at me fall over on my ass. Oh.
Yeah.
I almost swore there for a second.
You pretty much did.
I said, ah.
Oh, my
So, anyways, while I was in that, it was super slow because it was very cold. Also, the heat didn't work in that thing for the first like 3 hours. Then the heater core kicks in. Then it gets really hot. But for the first 3 hours of the shift, you're just freezing.
Good.
It was cold, so we're not busy. So I'm just like sitting in this loader, trying to stay warm. And so I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? Like it's kind of Christmassy feeling. And I've been hearing about people trying to make the argument that Lethal Weapon 1 is just as much a Christmas movie as Die Hard.
Okay.
And I'm in the camp of thinking that Die Hard is kind of a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie, but Christmas is a part of the movie.
Yeah. It's the only reason he's there.
Yeah, that's the reason he's there. They're at a Christmas party. They're playing Christmas music. He has He makes Santa references, right? Ho, 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 that kind of stuff. Like, it's part of the movie. So I consider it more of a Christmas movie than not a Christmas movie. So, again, people are trying to say that Lethal Weapon 1 was also a Christmas movie. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch Lethal Weapon 1, and I'm going to compare. And I'll say right now, Lethal Weapon 1 is not a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. You see Christmas lights, and I think they play one Christmas song, and that's it. There is nothing else Christmas about that movie.
I can't argue. I don't know. I haven't seen it for so long. I mean, I just watched Loaded Weapon, but that's not the same thing.
not the same thing.
If there's one thing I know, it's that it's not the same thing.
Not the same thing. Close enough, though. Probably not.
It's pretty good. I would argue that I would probably like Loaded Weapon more than Lethal Weapon.
Probably. I should probably watch Loaded
good.
Weapon now because Lethal Weapon is like.
Yeah, you should, because it's probably going to be like right there.
And it's good. It's very 80s. It's very 80s. Then I watched Lethal Weapon 2 the next day. No, when I watched 1 and 2 the same day, I think it was. That's how busy it was. I watched 2 movies at work on my phone. But yeah, it was good. Then I watched 3 over the course of like a week, like on my lunch breaks.
Okay.
You know, I watch like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there.
Yeah.
Not the best. I would not recommend watching movies like that. Normally I don't. And I don't do
Depends
that
on the
normally
movie
with movies.
too, but
Normally I don't watch movies that I've never seen before. Like I've seen these movies a long time ago. So I wasn't like...
Yeah.
But if it's a brand new movie, I will not watch it like that. I'll only watch movies that I've seen before or don't care that much about. And then I watched Lethal Weapon 4 last night just to complete the series. 'Cause why not? Why
not?
And then I forgot
deep
that
in.
Lethal Weapon 4 is like definitely probably the weakest of all of them. I think they were stretching at that point. That one's got, you know, they're making the homophobic jokes. It's also hard now after watching, you know, media and like the portrayal of police in recent times.
Yeah.
And seeing this movie and they're just like, do not care at all about the public. Like not at all. Like they're straight up bullying citizens. They're bullying suspects. It's it's not a good look.
No.
And it's not fair to judge a new movie by today's lens.
Yeah.
For the most part,
an old movie by today's lens. Yeah.
It's a product of its time, and most of the time I do accept a movie as a product of its time and will enjoy it as that. But yeah, it was just an interesting juxtaposition from today. That movie has Chris Rock in it, which I didn't either remember or realize. And he is, like, the first time you see him in that movie, like, this movie sucks. Like, he just drags that movie down. He gets better near the end of the movie, but I think at first it's just like they're not quite sure how to handle him.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen it or not.
And Jet Li is Jet Li is the bad guy in that movie.
Then I bet you I've seen it because of that. Because there was a time where I watched everything Jet Li.
Yeah. Which moves on to my next point. I've started downloading a bunch of Jet Li movies.
Good. See?
Oh my gosh.
I like Jet Li. I would do a watch party of Jet Li movies.
Well, see, I was very much a Jackie Chan person growing up. Like I watched a lot of Jackie Chan movies. And then I always heard people talking about, like, you know, like the school ground fight about like who's better, Jackie Chan or Jet Li, and everyone's talking about Jet Li. Jet Li's better. Jet Li would like beat up Jackie Chan, no problem, like whatever. And that was always like the big argument. But have you ever seen the Forbidden Kingdom?
I don't know.
Because that movie has Jackie Chan and Jet Li in it, and they fight. And so it was like when I heard that was happening. I'm pretty
sure I've seen it because of that.
I went to the theater. I'm just like, this is it. Like, this is the moment where we are going to watch Jet Li and Jackie Chan fight. And of course, it ends in a draw because you can't have one beat the other. Realistically. But the cool thing about that was, like, I think they completely improvised that fight, or they choreographed it the day of. And the director had to ask them to do it over again, but slower because the camera couldn't catch it. That's how fast they were going.
I think I remember hearing that.
So I need to watch Forbidden Kingdom. I think I have it, but I need to get subs for it.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't been too lazy to go and get it.
Plex does it automatically. You just click the button and search.
I haven't watched it in Plex. I think I was watching it on VLC before, so I had to manually go and find all of my all the subs and load them in manually. And, yeah. It's kind of annoying.
I just went to watch Drunken Master with Jackie Chan about a month ago, and I'm like,
which one, the original or the remake?
Original, the original. Okay. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch this now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a dub version. I have only subs. Or I had to download subs, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to watch this right now. I don't have time to read subtitles. I want to watch this because I remember it being good.
Yeah.
But I can't remember which Jackie Chan movies I really liked the most. It's just
Drunken Master for sure is, like the original Drunken Master for sure is a favorite.
I remember Iron Monkey being good, even though it doesn't have either one of them, right? But I just remember it being good.
I don't think I've seen that one. There was a Jackie Chan movie called Fantasy Mission Force.
Okay.
I remember liking it. I had a 4-pack of Jackie Chan VHS movies. 3 of them.
I had a DVD 3-pack or 4-pack or a couple of them.
I literally got rid of it probably like 2 years ago, and I wish I hadn't now because I cannot find those movies anywhere.
See, Fantasy Mission Force. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And I remember the first time I watched it being like, what the heck is this? But now... I watched it again later, and I remember enjoying it. And now I'm trying to find it again. I haven't looked super hard, but I need to...
Does it go by another name, do you think?
It probably does. They probably they rename all those movies. Like, it's really original Chinese,
on the cover, it shows Dragon Commando. On the cover on IMDb.
Yeah.
Original title. There. Yeah, I don't know.
And these were all like I bought it from like Walmart, right? The 4-pack, and they're all dubbed. They're all that like that Front Row Entertainment. Do you remember that company, Front Row Entertainment?
I don't remember offhand, but I just got rid of my movies of Jackie Chan stuff a couple years ago as well.
Yeah.
You want me to get it for you? I can get it for you right now. There it is.
Or just send me the link and I'll grab it.
No, this is my membership account thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. What else here? I watched a lot of stuff, to be honest. Meatloaf died. He hit the news. He was like,
several people died.
Yeah, a lot of people died.
Betty White,
Meatloaf, Bob Saget,
Bob Saget, and Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson, yeah.
Yeah.
Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier, he died.
I have no idea who that is.
A lot of people in the past month. Anyways, so I was like, Meatloaf. Oh, man. As soon as he died, I said to my wife, his name was Robert Paulson. And she didn't get it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, what? Oh, so now I had to watch Fight Club again because
that's a good idea.
Because Meatloaf.
I wanted to do that. Do you know what else? My wife probably wants to watch the Spice World movie because he's their bus driver.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I watched Fight Club again. I think it holds up. I think it's still a good movie.
Yeah, I would watch it again. I haven't seen it in several years. I know I've seen it more than once, but it's been several years.
Yeah. I remember watching it a lot as like a teenager and not understanding a lot of it because I was kind of stupid. But watching it as an adult now, I'm a lot smarter now. I'm really smarter now.
I can't tell if you're joking.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still good. I understand it more now. So it's not very complicated. But when you're a kid, you're looking at everything like, what does this mean? I don't understand what this means. Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably watch it again.
It's
been a while.
I just had to try not to get to my So you know how I watch a movie and then I'm like, that person, and then I'll watch another movie with that person.
Yeah, you seem to do that. Yeah,
I do a lot. So I had to like control myself and not go down like an Edward Norton like hole or a Brad Pitt hole. Like I like both of them. So yeah, we'll see.
I was gonna take that somewhere, but I'm not going to.
I left it open for you.
Worst choice of words possible, Josh.
It's on purpose. Come on.
So speaking of police in a good light, opposite of Lethal Weapon, so The Rookie I've been watching as well. TV show, just continuing through it. It's still coming out. I like it a lot. Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they definitely intentionally ride that line, trying to be politically correct in everything. Yeah. And they do a good job of it, but yeah.
I couldn't imagine trying to write a cop drama or cop comedy drama.
Yeah.
Dramedy.
It's not comedy at all.
No.
Not at all.
I just assume Nathan Fillion, he's going to do the smirk at some point,
he does
right?
do. Yeah, he does do. There is humor, but it's not a comedy.
Yeah. You got to lighten it up, right? So.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nathan Fillion, this again, very, very the same of last month. He's in the movie Night Hunters, I mentioned last month that I was going to watch. That's got almost a star-studded cast in it, too. It's got Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones, Henry Cavill.
Night Hunter.
And Nathan Fillion. Night Hunter, yeah.
Okay.
It's a, hunting down, a serial killer movie.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Yeah, it's not great. it's not great. Okay. I really wanted to like it, but it was just that point where you start looking at cops and you're like,
no, added to my watch list, then removed from my watch list.
there
In the same sentence.
You're welcome. It's just cops doing stupid stuff, and you're like, I know that your training would not allow you to do this.
Yeah.
I know that. I've seen enough cop things to know that you should be smarter than this. Leaving a suspect uncuffed. This person is violent. Why is he not chained to the table or chained to the floor?
And
How
that
is
becomes
he
a
able
plot
to
point.
get up?
That's the problem, right?
Yeah, very. Hey, there's this person who has a gun. I'm going to sneak up behind him with my gun. I'm going to get really close and then step on a stick so they can hear me. Then they'll turn around and shoot me.
That's just bad writing.
You have a gun. Shoot them from 20 feet away. You're good.
At least in the leg.
You don't have to be right beside him to shoot him. Anyways, just stuff like that. I'm just ugh.
Nope. Do not want.
You can tell they brought people along. Lethal Weapon did this too. They would bring people along to fights because they needed people to die.
The red shirts. The red shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, the red shirts. I think it's Lethal Weapon 3 is the worst. There's really a kid who new police rookie officer saying, "I'm gonna come with you guys. I'm gonna be." I'm like, he's going to die. He's in the movie for 10 minutes. Anyways, the same night as Night Hunters. Night Hunters was. I had such a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I need to watch something good. So I watched a movie called Captive State. Have you heard of that movie?
No, I don't think so.
It's got John Goodman in it. And it is about aliens have come down to Earth and they've taken over. And they're not exterminating. They're trying to work with the humans, but they are using humans to exploit the planet to mine resources to give to the aliens, basically.
So, Battlefield Earth.
Yes, but better. A lot better than that.
You can't get better than Battlefield Earth. That was a joke.
Anyways, it's good. I like the technology in it, the technology side of it. Everyone has a tracker, so they have to block a tracker if they're going to do something illegal. So how do they do that? It's just people trying to fight back, basically. Okay. And John Goodman plays a bad, he's a good bad guy. And it's hard to see where his allegiances lie until the
Gotcha.
end. Basically, you're not sure which way he's going to go. Yeah, that one's really good. I would recommend watching Captive State. It's on Netflix. Watch that one. And then in between all of this, I've been watching Kenny versus Spenny.
Kenny versus Spenny. It's been
Which
a long
is
time since I watched that.
A Canadian classic TV show. If any of our listeners who are not aware of Kenny versus Spenny, is two roommates who have competitions that usually last over 3 days, and whoever loses said competition has to do a humiliation orchestrated by the winner. And they're usually very gross. Like, you're going to take a bite off of my toenail, or you have to endure my stinky breath for 60 seconds. Then the person continues to eat onions and liver extract and
Does
whatever.
it not get way grosser than that? Or am I
It
just
get? Oh
remembering
yeah,
wrong?
I'm not
Okay,
trying to
good.
go crazy. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to.
I'm just making sure that people, if they think of watching it, have that warning that it gets pretty gross.
It is a super gross show. Very, very gross. It's
like
very
Jackass levels.
At times worse.
Okay. Yes. That's what I thought. And those two guys, as far as I've heard recently, like they hate each other now. Like one of them.
They don't. They went on tour together. I think.
Okay.
I think a lot
Something
of it
I
is
was
an act.
listening to. Okay.
A lot of it is an act.
It was something I was listening to. Was like one had anger because the other one saved his money and got rich and invested or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
so
forget where
that's
I
the
heard
difference.
that. It
Is
was
like
some podcast recently.
yeah, Kenny was the smart one, right? Like Kenny, he saved his money, he invested, he did whatever he did his thing, and he's the celebrity of the two. Spenny is the quote unquote loser of the two, but he is the one in the show who tries to take the moral high ground. Like, you almost want to root for him, but then you realize how much of a, like, basically he's kind of like a narc. He's yeah. So he you end up rooting for Kenny, but Kenny cheats. He tries to find any way to cheat through any competition. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, it's very funny. Anyways, the reason I talk about it is because the Kenny has a Kenny Hots YouTube channel, and he's recently been reposting all the episodes in 4K on YouTube. So you're not watching these in 480 or 360p, like very bad transfers. I have them on my Plex, and I think they're all 480 or 360p.
So this show kept coming to mind, and I couldn't figure out why. But I watched a show called Testes years ago from 2008, and it reminded me of Kenny versus Spenny. And I couldn't figure out why, and it looks like Spenny was on it. Yeah. Oh, he's only on one episode.
Okay.
But it's like a more less based in reality. I don't know. I think they were like doing tests for. I can't remember well enough to remember it. Yeah, human guinea pigs for a testing facility.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But it was two guys, felt like Kenny versus Spenny. Yeah, it's been forever since I saw it. I think it was only one season.
Clearly went very well if you can't remember it.
I remember it being similar to Kenny versus Spenny, if not like worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's good. Kenny versus Spenny was like almost like, I want to say peak YouTube before YouTube was the YouTube that we know. Like, it is I remember watching all of Kenny versus Spenny on YouTube, like rips.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, that's like the YouTube show. Like, that's, if you could find that now, that would be a YouTube show. It would not air on TV, which this did. So, which is hard to believe, but
Yeah, I was trying to find the network here too.
it was on Showcase and also on CBC. The CBC canceled them because they were in a bad time slot, so they kind of got. It was the wrong time of day, because it was like they watched Kenny versus Spenny, and then right after them would be like, The National with Peter Mansbridge. And
Yeah,
so
it's
you
terrible
have
time slot or something like that for a comedy show. Looks like it was also on MTV,
I'm sure a bunch of networks have picked it up
USA
recently.
Network. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is original, but yeah.
So everything that I've seen, like any rip that I've seen or even download, that all has like showcase branding.
Gotcha.
So
They probably
they
broadcast
rebranded
it
the
over and over
States,
again.
right? Yeah.
No, just even Showcase probably broadcasted a lot of times because they kind of just did that with older shows too.
Yeah.
So it'd be easier to record it off them, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
More
Yeah.
herrings.
that's it. Have I tired you out of everything I've watched?
I wish I had watched more. I meant to, and I picked it up for a little bit there, and then it's just mostly partial shows that I've been watching.
Yeah. Oh, and I have been
continuities.
watching like What We Do in the Shadows, the show.
Has there been more? Have I been missing that? Probably.
I don't know. I'm on season 2, so I've been kind of taking my
Oh
time
yes,
with
because you were behind me.
it. I'm
yeah.
behind, yeah. So, it's funny. I still think the movie's funnier. But maybe it's just like I wasn't in the right frame of mind when I'm watching it. I don't know. I wasn't in the mood for comedy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still waiting for like it has laugh out loud moments, but I haven't been like this show a whole episode has been like funny.
Okay.
And it's probably just
You're
I
on
know it's
season
probably just
2?
me. I just started season 2, so I'm on like 1 or 2 episodes in.
Okay.
So
Should I like the I See Dead People or episode 1? The kid from.
do I even remember that now? That was season 1 was a long time ago.
No, it's season 2. Episode 1, season 2. He's a zombie. The new familiar.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
And
Billy
that's
Joel
the kid
Osment.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. I couldn't remember his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was like an actual kid being like I thought they were doing like a high.
No.
I see
That would have been even better on that episode.
Yeah, but he was the dead person.
I'm just trying to remember back to what good episodes were. I feel like it just gets better from where you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping.
There is a bit of a lull when they succeed is the best way for me to say it, but it picks it up again the next season.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to with it.
Sorry, this is What We Do in the Shadows, everybody.
Yes.
It's a TV show, basically a mock documentary similar to The Office, but about vampires in the real world today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 vampires that live together as roommates. 4 vampires, I guess, technically. Because
Yeah.
the one's a daywalker.
He's my
which they
favorite.
explain.
He
An
is
energy
absolutely-
vampire.
He is my favorite vampire.
Well, he's definitely more highlighted in season 3.
In season 3? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get there then. Yeah, I just want to see him more because I think his tone, his like dry wit, I think is
Okay.
very funny. So, yeah.
Yeah, he has a bit of moment in season 2, and then season 3 a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, I like the show. I'm just constantly laughing.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
I picked up more Steam gift cards, saving up
Okay,
for
good.
my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I have everything I need for the Steam Deck.
Oh, you completed it, eh?
Oh yeah, and then
Nice.
some.
Did you get
So I
those
can buy
online
some
ones that you're
games.
talking about?
I don't remember which on. There was one guy who had $100, $20, $20, and $20, and he was in London, I think it was, or St. Thomas, one or the other. And he didn't want to do the online thing, but he said, "I'm coming to Waterloo to visit a friend in a few weeks anyway. I'll message you." I'm like, "Sure, no problem." Just figuring it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, he messaged me, and he came, and we did it, and it worked great.
Okay, good.
Did I tell you the story about the other guy what he was buying them for?
No.
Oh, so this guy in Waterloo, near the university. I didn't tell this story. So, I can't remember. I can't believe it was that long ago. Anyway, so he had $100, and he posted on Facebook in a group, and my wife noticed it, and I said, "Yeah, like which group is this? I'm going to go message him now. And then posted on the group in a comment, and all these people are just slamming him, saying, it's a scam, don't buy this, it's a scam, he's trying to scam you, why'd you have this gift card you can't return? And then people are like, you can't return gift cards, blah, blah, blah. And then someone else is like, well, why'd you buy it? And he says, oh, it's for the wrong store. What do you mean you buy the wrong store? How'd you know? Why'd you buy this instead of an Xbox or whatever it is? And more people just slamming him, like left, right, and center, people complaining that it must be a scam. So I just messaged him, or I commented saying, I'm interested. You want to meet up? And then I clicked the ad or the Facebook post because it was posted in a group, but it was an ad in a group. Yeah. But if you click it, it usually takes you to the marketplace ad. Yeah. So I did that and messaged him on marketplace as well, because if you try and message him otherwise, I think you can't, or I don't know. I don't know if you can message people that they're not friends or whatnot. But anyway, let me message him that way. And then he replied back, and then people started posting in reply to my comment saying, don't buy, it's a scam. Ridiculous. Like, so many adamant people, like, angry that anyone even consider buying a gift card. So I talked to him, and he gave me his address, and I said, I'll come now. It was like 10 o'clock at night, maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30 almost. And I went to his place near Columbia and Phillip.
Okay. Yep.
Columbia and Albert. Yeah, and
university area.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. And it was clearly university residence, or like university off residence rental housing. He had like 4 roommates there. One of them was leaving at the time, so I had to back out of the parking or out of the driveway to let his roommate go, and then pulled up, and he's being all secretive and wouldn't talk about it. But we went inside to talk about it because the other roommates were still outside moving the car and getting ready to leave. We go inside, then another roommate come downstairs, and he's being all sketchy again. I'm like, what is going on? So then he asked me to come back outside because that roommate's leaving now. So we get it back outside, and I ask, like, what's the story behind this? Like, where'd you get them? He's like, well, I went on this app and tried to order a girl.
Oh.
And she said, you can pay me with Steam gift cards. He's like, what's that? And she said, just go to your gas station and tell them, and they'll give it to you. So he bought a $100 gift card from his local gas station, which was just down the street from his house. Yeah. And he brought it back to the house and says, okay, I have it. When are you coming over? And she says, send me a picture of it. So he sends a picture of the front. She's like, take a picture of the back. He sends a picture of the back. She says, now scratch the code, or scratch the back and send me a picture of that. And here's where he's like, nope, this is a scam. That code is going to be the money. Nope. So then he tries to sell it on Facebook because he has no use for it. He doesn't play games. He doesn't have a gaming PC or anything like that. So this is what he told me, and he was pretty embarrassed, and he was pretty secretive about it from his roommates. He didn't want his roommates to hear at all.
Yeah, I understand. That's understandable.
So I bought it off him for 20% off. I'm not going to complain. And then he proceeds to ask me if I'm heading south and can give him a ride. I'm like, sorry, man. Like, first of all, it's COVID. Second of all, I don't know you from a hole in the ground. Third, my first impression of you ain't great. and 4, I'm not going that way. And it's 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night. I'm going home to my wife. Like, yeah. I just said, no, I'm not going that way. I didn't tell him all those things, but that's what was going through my head. So that was the second last person I bought cards from. Then this other person came from, like I said, St. Thomas to sell them, because I guess he had no luck selling them locally. And again, 20%. I think I paid a little more than 20%, little higher than 20% off, like 18% off or something like that.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
But other cards I've gotten for better, so it all works out in the wash. But he came down, and I asked him where he got it, and he said, "Oh, it's an embarrassing story." I'm like, "Oh, jeez."
Really? How embarrassing?
So I just jokingly said to him, "Well, the last guy I bought some cards from, because I'm saving up for Steam Deck game console, and the last guy I bought from was trying to hire a girl, and he just looks at me like, yep."
Oh, geez.
Like, the look on his face was totally like, yep, I got. And I just, jokingly laughed, like, ha ha ha, how ridiculous would that be, is the way I was laughing, as if I wasn't, like, didn't know that that's basically what he did too, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anytime
Yep.
I don't understand how gift card scams even work. As soon as anyone says pay me the gift card, I'm like, no.
Right?
That's like a huge red flag right away. I don't understand how
Yeah.
anyone falls for that.
Yeah. I don't understand either. Keeps happening and keeps happening. Have you ever watched Jim Sterling on YouTube?
Once in a while,
He catches
not regularly.
He catches scammers mostly from India, but he like hacks their computers. Once they control his computer, he figured out a way that he won't tell because he doesn't want them to stop it. That he can then get into their computer.
That's not Jim Sterling. Jim Sterling is. I thought that was.
Then I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah, Jim Sterling is.
Jim Sterling's the video game guy. Sorry. What's his name? Oh.
He's the one that uses the
right.
old woman voice, right?
No, that's a different guy, but he is friends with this other guy.
Okay, yeah.
Jim Browning, sorry. So you can understand how I got it wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're both British too, right? Isn't Jim Sterling British, or am I crazy?
I think
No, he's
so,
American. Yeah. Anyway, Jim Browning, sorry, is the YouTube channel that stops tech support scams. But yes, the other guy I did learn about, the guy who does the old lady voice. I learned about from Jim Browning's videos. My God. Yeah. And he also did a collab with Mark Rober as well.
Yeah.
And the police. So, but anyway, those are good videos to watch.
They are.
So Steam cards are good. Ready for my Steam Deck, which should be next month sometime.
Yeah, I think I got the email saying
when they
next
do.
month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You order one?
I put $5 down. I don't know if I'm gonna get one though. I think I might cancel it.
I thought about buying a second one as an investment. Which means I could use your pre-order or
if you want it, let me know because I was about to cancel it.
I have the money in the video game budget. I could just do it. I just don't know if I want to be that kind of reseller.
Well, whatever. I don't judge.
Yeah. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Because I was going to take one of my second accounts. I have like my son's account, or I have my old, for doing a dedicated server for Half-Life, I think it was, you had to have a separate Steam account at one time.
Oh, really?
So I created a Steam account just for that. And I have that just sitting there. Whereas to get to the level it's at now, you would have to do a whole bunch of stuff because they put in like, when you create a new Steam account, you can't add friends until you spend at least $10 or something, or you can't. There's some stipulations there. You can't do stuff.
That's so weird.
Maybe it's message people to stop spam, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Spam and scams. So anyway, that account has none of those problems, and same with my son's. No, my son's account does have some limit. It was a spend $10 to do something. I forget what it was. He has me as a friend. I can't remember what it was. There was still some limits on his account. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I thought about using one of those accounts. But if yours is already, so yours says Q1 2022.
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't think I got in the first queue.
Oh, okay. Well, if you go to the Steam store and search for Steam Deck, it's actually store.steampowered.com/Steam Deck. It'll tell you what your position is, and if yours is that Q1 2022, then you could probably actually sell your reservation and ship it to someone else. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. We'll see about that.
Yeah. So store.steampowered.com/Steam Deck, and then right underneath your reservation, right underneath the cancel reservation button, there's your expected order availability. Mine says Q1 2022, which is supposed to be next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either that or I just pick it up as a investment or as a second one or whatever. My cousins ordered it too. Yeah, nobody else did. Rob, my friend Rob had talked about it, but he did not. I think it's going to be a huge success.
Yeah, I think so.
Everything they're saying and everything I've seen, like Linus Tech Tips has started reviewing or doing more videos on portable handhelds. He already done some in the past, but he's done a couple more recently, and I think it's all ramping up to this.
It does look really cool.
Yeah. I want it mainly to stream games from my regular PC. The fact that it can play games on its own is even better.
Yeah. And so
which model did you pick as well?
I think I picked the middle one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I did as well.
I didn't.
256 gig.
Yeah. I would get it for the games, but then I was like, I have so many handheld consoles, and I don't bring any of them with me. So why do I think that I would bring this one with me?
I literally want it for playing video games on the couch. Like, after supper or after kids go to bed.
Yeah.
Play a game while my wife's watching TV or whatever she wants to watch.
Yeah. But don't you already have a laptop to do that?
No, I don't own a laptop for myself.
Well, you have your work one, though.
Yeah. It's just, it's sitting here plugged in all the time.
Oh, okay.
I could technically do that with it, but it's locked down and it's annoying. Like, I need my password and a USB key to just unlock it.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah. And they control all the software that's on it. I mean, I have another USB key I need, plus a special password to install things.
Yeah.
Because it's just the way corporate environments are these days. And I had Steam on it. I do have Steam on it, I think, still. But still, it's an okay machine. It's also got a 1050 graphics card, a GTX 1050.
Okay, yeah.
It's a decent one. It's an i7, and it's got 32 gigs of RAM. But yeah, it's a decent computer. But I don't want gaming with a laptop on my lap. I want a controller. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. For PC games?
Well, if I can do keyboard and mouse, yeah, but I'm not going to use a laptop with a mouse on the side. You know what I mean?
You can.
I can. It's super uncomfortable. I've done it tons of times.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I have to.
You need a lap rest thing, which they sell for couches as well. But yeah, or I take an Xbox 360 controller up, and then a wireless adapter or a wired controller, and do that. But then you've got the laptop and the controller there, and then your controller's in the way of your laptop because it's on your lap. I've already thought about this. I've even thought about taking a computer like a Raspberry Pi, take an Xbox 360 controller, cut it in half, because there's instructions online you can do where you cut it in half and then run across like 5 wires.
Yeah.
And you've got a separated controller that you can put a screen in the middle.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like there's a certain way you
just
cut
make
the PCB.
a mount. Why don't you just make a mount and put the screen on top?
Yeah, they have those too.
Then you don't have to cut anything.
Or I could do the same thing with my phone, because they already have the existing ones. Your phone goes into the grip.
Yeah.
I thought about that as well. Yeah. It's all possible. It's just not as smooth as a system that's just built for it, too.
It's worth spending $600 to get something else.
659 Canadian. Yeah.
This is inconvenient. I will spend $659 to fix this inconvenience.
Plus, I can still go on the road and game with it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Hey, you pre-ordered too.
I know, because it was in my maybe. It was in my maybe phase.
Yeah.
So
it's tempting. It's really tempting. I kind of hope yours is not in the same batch. That way I can buy mine and then see if it's good. Yeah. Well, I don't need to save up again. It's just a matter of if it's good and if it's popular and if it's desirable and if people are buying pre-orders from people or buying them off eBay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because that's the other thing you could do is you could just buy it
I could just buy it and resell it, yeah. That's
I worry
true.
that they're going to frown upon that and somehow stop that, but I don't see how they can.
I don't think... If I want to sell it locally, they couldn't stop me, right?
True. That's definitely true. And around here, you're very likely to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because our area, like we've said tons of times, is just like dense for gamers.
Yeah.
Like lots of gamers in a small area, and yeah.
That's why it's so hard to get good deals now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Wait, we're doing a podcast? I forgot what we were doing. I just feel like we're just chatting.
Well, that's kind of the whole point. But hopefully people feel the same.
Do you feel like doing some questions?
Yes, we should do some questions.
From our Discord?
We have hit 2 hours, so yes, we should do some questions.
So Josh reached out on our Discord and said, hey, anybody have any questions for us? And some people threw in some questions. So we have some questions. You want me to go ahead and start reading off questions?
Go ahead. We'll go through them.
I could have gone back and forth or something, but...
Let's go through them.
First question's from Fraser of the R3 Rambo Record Repeat podcast. He says, what would be your $500 superpower and why? And he says in brackets, the ability to create $500 at will is not a power, and the power would have to legitimately need to be worth $500. So Hulk level strength is a no-go. AKA, so like a cheap superpower. Janky superpower. Did you have an answer already thought of for this, or?
You know what, I should have, but I didn't.
Okay, well I did.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine was, I'm trying to make it so it's only worth $500. Once a day, I can select one technical problem that the answer is just revealed to me. Maybe it's once a week to make it worth less. Maybe it's once a month, but I still would like that.
Yeah.
Like, this thing has been bugging me for how long, and I want the answer now. Answer is revealed, right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Is it too good, though? Is it too better than $500?
No, I don't think so.
Once a week, once a month, once a day?
What's the downside, though? Because every $500 superpower has a downside.
Does it?
Well, I think isn't that always the... It's always like,
I thought you said to be jank, but yeah, I can see that.
You can do this, but this also happens.
Every time I use the power,
the downside
something else
is
breaks.
yeah. There's you fix that problem, but you always create another problem.
That sounds like normal troubleshooting.
Yeah.
All right, did you come up with one yet?
Oh man.
You can always come back to it. It doesn't have to be right this second.
Man, I'm so bad at being creative.
Do you know what the biggest problem is? We have more of these.
I know. Some of the other ones I thought about, though. This one I kind of forgot about. Sorry.
No, this is the only one I thought about.
Okay. I'll think about it. We'll come back.
All right. So from Johnny PC, we have how many grams of spaghetti is too much and how many grams is not enough. I don't measure my spaghetti in grams.
Me neither.
He didn't specify if this is pre or post cooking.
That's true.
Or pre or post sauce or meat, whether meat's even allowed or not.
I think he's talking straight pasta.
Yeah.
So not including the other things.
The only measure I have of weight is shipping things for eBay sales. Like, especially of this type of units. Like, 100 grams. Also, sliced meat at the deli counter. I haven't been there in a long time, but sliced meat, 100 grams is not enough, I would think.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But 300 is too much.
100 grams of cooked pasta would probably not be enough.
Yeah.
But 100 grams of uncooked pasta
probably is enough.
Would probably be enough.
Yeah. So we're talking cooked pasta with no meat, no sauce.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Maybe with meat and sauce. I don't know.
No,
I think
we're
300
straight pasta.
I'm just saying 300 is too much. That's all. I'm saying 100 and 300.
Okay.
And how about you?
That's probably good. See, I don't know if you know this, but you know, like the noodle spork the noodle spork that you get to serve?
Yeah.
You know the hole there in the middle?
Yeah, you use that to measure the raw pasta.
That's like
how does that equate to weight?
I don't know. I don't know weight.
Go find out. We'll wait.
I'm not editing this.
No, they'll wait. They'll just sit there waiting while you walk away. I can fill time.
3 minutes of dead air. Everyone will be checking their phone. Is this broken? What happened? Yeah. No, that whatever that amount is, whatever that grammage is.
But is that an individual serving, or is that?
I think that's a single serving. Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfect for me. I have to be careful with. I always overeat spaghetti. I don't know about you.
No, I don't.
Every time I eat spaghetti, I always have like 2 helpings, but I always have like 2 of the same size helpings. And by the time I finish the second, I'm like, I feel full. But then like half an hour later, I'm just like, oh, that was too much.
That's a planning problem, I think. You should cook less. Unless you like it as leftovers.
I don't cook. My wife cooks it. I just eat it. But I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to eat this until I feel full. But pasta has this thing of like making you feel even more full after you finish eating it.
Yeah. So you need to plan ahead better.
Yeah.
On your second plate, just put a little bit back.
So I've been cutting that portion in half. I'm like, well, normally what I would take, and I'll cut it in half and I'll eat that. Okay. Even though by the end of it, I'm probably just like, I could have a little bit more, but I have to tell myself, don't do it. Because in like 30 minutes, you're going to regret this.
Yeah,
So.
I don't really have that problem. I don't know why. But
Yeah, you're lucky.
I also really like my spaghetti to have plenty of sauce,
Yeah.
meat, not
Yeah.
meatballs, but meat.
Yeah, the ground beef, yeah.
Yeah, ground beef. And then lots of cheese and Parmesan cheese.
Oh, you do double cheese?
Like shredded cheese
Yeah.
and Parmesan cheese.
I'll do one or the other. I've never done both.
Both. Yeah, you need to do both. It's just glutton for punishment. Yeah. All right, next question's from Tosspot123. He says, please list, in alphabetical order, your 26 favorite letters of the alphabet. I'm just going to let you sit on that for a minute. Like,
I have an answer. I like them in the order that they're in.
he says,
Yeah.
your favorite letters in the alphabetical order, but then he says, list them in order by favorite.
Yeah, I like them in that order.
Okay. So list them. He wants you to list them.
Oh, no, I think everyone knows.
Can you sing?
No one wants me to
Can you sing it? Let me get my daughter, wake her up for that.
Quick, come down here and sing this.
Sing the alphabet for us.
Top Spot.
LMLP.
Top Spot, sing it to yourself and you'll get it.
I want to see Tosspot do a video on his YouTube channel that is exactly him singing the alphabet.
I think he just needs to Easter egg it somewhere. I think that would be more fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Don't
Like
say
the
why you're
reflection
doing
in a
it.
TV screen. Or,
Yeah. Don't say why he's
Yeah.
doing it. Just at some point, just start singing ABC.
Or this episode brought to you by A,
Yeah.
B, C, D. All right. We've got another one here. I do not know how to say this name. Anna D&D dude? Is that right?
I think so.
Anna A. Sure. Who would win in a fight? This is one I've actually thought of. 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
I feel like this is a very common question.
Yeah. 100 duck-sized horses. Sorry. Yeah, duck-sized horses. That's a lot of duck-sized horses.
Yeah.
1 horse-sized duck would be very scary, but I still think 100 is more. It would win.
You think
it's
so?
a lot.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm gonna hard disagree with you. I think
That's fine. You can disagree.
I don't know if you've been around ducks.
I know.
Ducks are super mean and super.
Yeah, but think of how mean 100
aggressive.
would be. 100 of them.
Yeah, but one giant. Those.
Oh, sorry.
horses could do
Duck-sized horses.
nothing.
Yeah, sorry. Horses. Yeah, you're right.
Horses are like gentle creatures. They're not aggressive. And what are they gonna do to a duck? Ducks, by the way.
A duck could just step on half of the horses too.
Yeah, that's true. That wide, webbed foot, you just crush a bunch of them.
Not a lot of pushing power on that, but
well, even just okay. So when I lived overseas, a lot of people would have, like, if you're living in like courtyards and stuff out in the villages, people would have ducks because ducks would kill snakes.
Oh yeah.
And that's why they have them around, so they could kill the snakes if they got too close to the houses or in the area. So yeah, for sure a duck would win.
A horse-sized duck. Jeez.
A horse-sized duck.
And alternatively, who would you rather fight?
Oh, give me the horses. I'll fight all those duck-sized horses.
Haven't you seen Evil Dead 2? Right? Yeah.
I'll do it.
That's fine. Okay. And then another question from the same person. You acquire a time machine and can go forward or backward. It will not create paradoxes, and the time machine has the ability to make the trip accessible to you. Where would you go for a month? AKA, when would you go for a month? Forward or back, do you know?
I think this is very similar to a polykill hot seat question that happened recently. I think I'm very similar to Steve Blinkum's answer. I think I would go forward. Forward for a month.
But how far forward? Where would you go to?
I don't know, like 100 years. 100 years.
See, I don't want to because you don't know what you're going to get when you go there. What if you go 100 years forward and the world has ended and everything is nuclear fallout?
That's fine. Whatever.
You die.
Well, I'm going to die anyway.
No. 100 years. You could have lived 50 of it.
But
and you die in natural causes.
At least I got to see what it looked like.
You didn't get to see your kids grow up.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I would go back to the past, but I haven't figured out where or win.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd go back to the past just because it's a known. It's a known good.
It's a known thing.
Depending on where I go.
Yeah, I think I'm so curious.
It would be hilarious. Go back to meet your parents when they were your current age, and just hang out with them.
Hang out with them. Yeah, that would be trippy.
I wonder. Yeah.
That would be very trippy. So yeah, I think I'm just too curious about what the world's going to be like in like 100 years.
Yeah, you
I'll
don't
never
know.
see it.
Have you not seen The Matrix?
We'll
I
all
did
be
watch the
batteries.
original Matrix again. I forgot about that.
Oh, there you go. I need to watch The Matrix. I need to watch the new
I
one
watched
still.
the first one over again, and I wanted to watch the other ones before watching the new one. Maybe I won't. I will watch the new one,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'll go bother going back and watch 2 or 3.
I would watch 2 again. I like 2. Just because I like the action.
I don't remember well enough.
I like
don't
the action
remember well
scenes in
enough.
it. All right,
The
next
first
question.
one was great. Next question. You're in a horror movie. How would you die? Or you got the golden ticket for Willy Wonka's chocolate. Oh, it's a wholly different question. Okay. I thought it was going to be something else about the how would you die. Anyway, so you're in a horror movie. How would you die?
Whatever is the quickest way possible. I do not want to drag out my death. Quick, easy, painless. Whatever that is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think a decapitation for that same reason.
Yeah.
It's gruesome, but
That's fine.
hopefully I won't even know.
Yeah.
Or in your sleep. A horror movie, die in your sleep. Yeah, right. Okay, the other question. You got a golden ticket for Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. How would you disappear?
That's a good question.
What's your favorite candy? Because that's probably going to lead to this.
That would lead to it, yeah. I don't have a favorite. That's the thing.
I like a lot of candies.
I
but
know.
I could easily say, like, Nerds is one of my favorites. Like, it's right up there.
So how would
At any
Willy
time, I'll be
Wonka
like, yum.
how would Willy Wonka kill you with
Candy code me. I get candy coded.
get candy coated? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see myself falling in the chocolate river.
Can you just picture me? Like carbonite?
Yeah.
Candy coated?
Yeah, I could.
You're going to fall in the chocolate river?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in chocolate river.
All right. Next question's from Milo or Miles, our guest from the last episode. Was that the last
Yeah,
episode?
It was last
Wow.
episode.
Time flies, man. If you got to do a Freaky Friday with a famous athlete, who would it be and why? I don't even know any famous athletes.
Oh, you gotta know some.
And I don't even know Freaky Friday. Like, yeah, it's just you get switched.
Yeah, you
Your
switch
bodies,
bodies.
your brain switches
You
bodies.
switch
kind of thing.
brains. Yeah, technically.
Or consciousness or whatever it is. Honestly, I don't know. If I had to pick, I'd say someone like John Cena would be like, he's famous, he's fit, he's invisible. Nobody? He's invisible, you can't see him?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
This is gonna be a controversial answer. I would switch with Lance Armstrong.
Okay. I don't know what Lance Armstrong is doing these days.
Lance Armstrong is like still, even though he's disgraced, obviously, but think about him. Like, he was at the top of the world for how many years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super uber famous, super duper fit. And
Yeah.
by the way, even to this day, super, super rich. And not all athletes can say that they're rich. But he invested in Uber when it was like a startup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he is like got lots and lots of money now. That's how he's living. So there you go. That's my answer.
Interesting.
Doing it for
I
the
went to
money.
IMDb to look him up, and it's basically like lawsuits. There's a whole section of lawsuits against him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
He's got lots of money. Just pay him off.
Eventually, that money goes away.
When Uber dies, the
Of
money
all
will go
people,
away.
that's who you pick. There's no other rich athletes out there.
Oh, there probably is.
How about like Beckham?
I guess.
Ronaldo.
I don't watch soccer.
Neither do I, but I just know it because my wife's Portuguese.
You know. Yeah. I don't know, man. And honestly, it'd probably, like, if it was going to be one thing, it'd probably be a baseball player because that's what I would love to do. I'd love to play baseball.
All right, there you go. Which one?
Pick. Oh,
I don't know any.
you don't know.
Not
any.
even
I could
one.
just make up a name right now.
Yes, you could. It could be like
Another controversial one. I'll be Alex Rodriguez. Do you know Alex Rodriguez?
no.
You gotta know him.
Why do you have to pick a controversial one?
He got
Why don't you
busted.
just pick someone who's awesome?
He got busted for juicing, but he's also rich.
How about someone you could walk down the street and be proud to be?
And be proud to be. Oh,
I'd rather you pick Babe Ruth at this point.
why you don't like my juicers? What's going on?
No, it's unnecessary. You're just asking for yourself to be like ridiculed.
Oh, I don't know. I
Think
could be
you have
Joe
some kind of
Carter.
problem?
I could be Joe Carter. I could hit the 92. Was it 92 or 93 World Series home runs?
Sure, sounds great.
That'd
Could
be
be a
fun.
retired athlete. That's fine.
Yeah.
How about some Michael Phelps? He's some kind of
Michael
swimmer,
Phelps,
right?
yeah, he's an Olympic
Phelps,
swimmer.
yeah. We could also
Lots
pick
of
a
things.
Canadian, but I don't know any of those either. So
George Ortiz, he just got inducted into Hall of Fame.
there you go.
He just
Sure.
retired like a couple
I
years
don't know
ago.
who that is.
Baseball player for Boston.
What's baseball?
Baseball's so good. Oh my gosh, baseball's so good.
Pretty sure I've actually been to 2 Jays games in my life.
Ugh. Okay, random fact. Do you remember when the Blue Jays were actually had a World Series run a couple years ago? Do you remember that? You can't have not known it because it was
No. I knew it at the
national
time, but I
news.
don't know now.
Okay.
When it
no,
was.
when
or-
it was like 2015, I think.
Okay.
I can't remember the
Sure.
year. Anyways, someone's yelling at me. Okay, but do you remember the bat flip? Everybody knows the bat flip. Jose Bautista hit the home run in the 7th or 8th inning. Do you remember this against the Texas Rangers? Nothing coming to you? Do you know that everyone knows the
Bat flip sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is
When
or
he,
why it was
like,
controversial.
You watched his home run. It was a heck of a 7th inning. There was missed balls. It was
So that's who you're picking. You want to be ridiculed again.
no. I'm not. I'm just. This is just a random baseball fact that I think is very interesting, or fun. Anyways, I was at that game. I was at the game where Jose Bautista flipped the bat, and I saw the huge fight or disagreements that happened in the 7th inning. It was so bad, like people were throwing garbage onto the field, like trying to hit the other team, like with beer bottles and stuff like that. Like it was
Right.
crazy.
Yeah,
It was
this is why I don't do sports.
it was a bad look for Toronto. I'm not gonna lie, but it was very cool to be there when he hit the home run. And he literally he hit it. He knew it. He sat there and he watched it go out, and then he like flipped the bat up and just jaunted around like he was.
What does the flipping the bat have to do with anything? I don't understand.
It's just a show off, basically. It was just flipping the bat is showing off the pitcher, basically, or showing up the pitcher.
Because football players never dance after a touchdown.
Football's a different sport. See, like baseball is supposed to be a very gentlemanly sport. There's a lot of unwritten rules.
Yeah, all the drugs. All right, moving on to the next question.
Anyways, baseball's so good. Anyway, that's fine.
Joe says, J-O, if you could make one thing in the world make a completely different noise than it currently makes, what would it be and what noise would it make? I like this question. Like, this is a very polykill type question, too.
Yeah. I have a very simple answer.
Okay.
I would make a dog meow
Okay.
because I like this. I like dogs more than cats, but when my dog barks, it annoys me, and I want it to be quieter. And I think meowing is cute, so.
Could also be a whisper. Dogs bark, they whisper.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
I could get best of both worlds, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I want something that is annoying to be something that's funny. And what it made me think of is Left 4 Dead 2, I think it is. When you're on the carnival level, you hear the squeaky clown shoe all the time.
Yeah.
And you know there's a clown coming for you. But then you take that and you say, like, okay, clicking a pen becomes a squeaky clown shoe. Just so it's something that's annoying becomes funny.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Or maybe like on your car, when there's a problem with your car.
Your seatbelt thing goes off.
The seatbelt thing. Well, you could totally change that. No, I'm thinking like when it's like a wheel bearing is squeaking,
okay.
it becomes a clown shoe sound. All right, that's the end of those questions from Discord.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot of questions.
Well, we can follow it up with more questions.
Uh-oh.
Because you're in the hot seat. So this is relating to my project I mentioned to you.
Yes, I heard about said project.
To give a hint about the project, have you checked the Game Hunters R Us YouTube channel statistics lately?
No, because I can't remember the password to get in.
Oh my god. You can't reset it either?
I don't think so.
Okay, we might have to do that sometime because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, because I went through and watched every one of your videos.
Every single video.
Every single video, with the exception of the 2 long plays, I watched half of each. Helldivers and Stick It to the Man.
Oh my gosh.
I may have watched them all at double speed, or most of them at double speed, but I watched every one of your videos.
That is an endeavor. Well done.
And every one of the Game Players RS videos as well, which there are less of.
There's less of, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe you did that. I really can't.
So, as a
videos
result,
is that?
I meant to count and I didn't.
Okay.
I don't want to do it right now.
No,
I started counting, but it was just YouTube's terrible and loads the pages you scroll and all that crap.
Yes, Game Hunters R Us, by the way, was my original game channel with my friend Ben.
From 2014 it started, I believe.
I think that's when we started. Yeah, something like that.
And ended, I was going to keep note of that and never did. Sometime in 2015 or 2016. I don't know for sure which one.
Oh, was it that?
Was it later?
Short? I think it was longer than that.
Well, the last video wasn't that far apart, though.
No, maybe not.
Where is it? Adios Amigos is the last video, and that was 2015, August 31st. Yep.
So it must have. When was the first video? Because it was longer than 1 year. We did that channel longer than a year.
First video was I there were several times where you guys said it's been many months since I did a video.
Yeah.
The first one was
2012.
2013, January 2013.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I watched them all, and as a result, I have trivia.
Have I changed? Have I gotten better since then? Those.
Yes. I honestly really regret that we didn't know each other then.
Okay.
Because there were so many things that I would have liked to have talked about, and there was videos I wanted to comment on, but I didn't want you to know that I was doing that.
Okay.
I did like every single video.
Oh, you did.
But I didn't comment on them.
Okay. I wouldn't have gotten anything anyway because I'm not logged in on anything. So.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know that. I assumed you would have been. So anyway, in the first game hunting episode,
okay,
what did you say you should have called your channel? I think you even mentioned it twice. You mentioned it on this episode and maybe the next one or another one.
Isn't it the sheltered gamer?
That's right, the sheltered gamer.
The sheltered gamer. Okay. I was like
alluding to you growing up without access to all these things, basically, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
I remember
that's
that.
right. Yep. I was gonna say the other question was how many subscribers does Game Hunters R Us have right now?
Right now, I don't know. I think when it
I was gonna say, do you remember at your peak?
The peak I think was around 450.
Yeah, it was definitely over 400 because you had a 400 video.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't tell what it was because you never said.
It's probably like 430 now, is my guess.
341.
341. Okay. Yeah.
Even lower. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what happens when you don't release any videos for 7 years.
And that's still more subscribers.
More than any of our other channels. Yeah. Exactly. In Game Hunting episode number 2, what did you say was one of your favorite Genesis games, which a lot of people would not agree with? You said a lot of people wouldn't agree.
Ren and Stimpy. Stimpy's invention.
Yeah. If you didn't remember, I was gonna say you bought it on eBay and it arrived the day you recorded that video.
Yeah, that was Stimpy's invention for sure. I still agree with that.
How much did you pay for Snowboard Kids 2?
Oh. $3.99?
You never actually told the amount, but you said these games were each worth $3 to $5.
Okay. I think
that was February 2013.
Yeah. I think it was very... Yeah,
and that game is now worth... I meant to look that up, but I forgot to write that down. So I'll just say that I forgot to do it, and then actually do it while I'm saying that I forgot to do it, and then I can give you the answer that the loose value for it is $90 Canadian.
Good fill. Mine has a Blockbuster label on it.
Yes, which you cut off
the top of.
Yeah.
I still have it.
How much did you pay for Mega Man 5?
$5.
$5 is right.
I remember because all the other games were $3.
Yeah.
And the lady said, "Oh, this is $5. Are you sure you want this? That's expensive," or something like that.
When did Ben first show up on the channel?
In terms of episode?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you did game hunting, then pickups. Game hunting, pickups. Like you kind of alternated, but
yeah. I think it was. I'm gonna say 3.
It was Game Hunting Episode 3.
Okay.
Which was your 4th video.
4th. I was gonna say 3 or it was the 3rd or 4th video, but I couldn't remember which. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
This one's more open-ended. Did you ever
quick
get...
thing about the... Because actually, when I first started that channel, like the very first video on there was like me. I recorded it in vertical, by the way, with my iPhone 4.
Yeah.
It was like sitting in my
in
cup
your
holder.
car.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like super bad. Anyways, I actually started my own channel. I started a Creepleet channel.
Okay.
Then, but then I was talking to Ben, and then he said, "Oh, I kind of want to do the same thing." I said, "Okay, let's join forces. Let's be like, the Game Chasers
he talked
or Retro
about that
Hunters."
later. Yeah, he talked about that later, but he didn't say that you had created your own channel. He just said you were already thinking about starting a channel.
Yeah, I had posted that video only, and it was up for like I think 2 days, and then I pulled it down, and then we made the new channel.
Do you know the title of that first video?
The title of my first video?
Yeah, like you gave it a subtitle, it says Game Hunting Episode 1. No, the title of the video on Game Hunters Are Us.
Okay.
The Sheltered Gamer.
Okay, yeah, there you go. That would do it.
Yeah. Okay. Did you ever get that copy of Comic Zone working?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I think one of the chips was broken or corroded or whatever, and
I was just curious.
Yeah, I think I donated it back to Goodwill.
Nice. He probably sold it to someone else.
Yeah, probably. Or just threw it out.
Have you ever progressed your shameful secret of never playing a Metroid or Zelda or Kirby game?
I have.
Which one or all?
I haven't played a Metroid game. I've dabbled, but not committed to any of them. But I have since beaten quite a few Zelda games.
I thought so.
Do you want to know how many, or do you just want to know that I played them?
That's fine.
Okay.
Whatever. Tell me. I don't care.
Okay. So, later on I did.
You were talking about playing Ocarina of Time. That was the first one you actually played, I think.
Nope. I played Zelda 1. The first one on NES.
Oh, you streamed it, or you talked about streaming it?
Yeah, I streamed the first.
But it's on
3
Twitch,
games.
and that's not there.
Which one?
Twitch does not have any videos.
No, they're
for
on
Game Hunters Are Us.
And
they're not on Game Players
on
Are
my
Us.
Creepleet channel. I think it's when I go on my Creepleet channel.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. I think I actually might have watched it there.
Yeah, because I streamed the 1 and 2, and then I played Link to the Past, and those were all streamed. Because I was trying to build up for Breath of the Wild. Then after I did 1, 2, Link to the Past, then I played Breath of the Wild. Then I went back, and we think we started playing Ocarina, but we didn't get super far into it. I also couldn't stream that one because I had issues hooking my Wii up to my streaming software at the time. It didn't like it. Elgato didn't like it. And then since then I've played through Link's Awakening, on the Switch, and Wind Waker HD.
Okay.
So, yeah, quite a few Zeldas.
And Kirby games?
And I've played the first Kirby game on the Game Boy.
Okay. I think this you might have already answered. Lego Batman, you ended up playing that.
A little bit, but I never beat it.
Did you ever create a Grand Theft Auto 5 channel?
Like for posting videos?
Yeah, you talked about creating YouTube channel specifically for Grand Theft Auto 5 videos.
Yeah, I never did. That was actually the start of my streaming, what I wanted to do. I'm not sure if do you know Vanoss Gaming? Are you aware of them? Or him?
I don't know. It sounds familiar.
Vanoss Gaming was huge when I was living in my apartment. And I used to have my friends over, of course, every Thursday. And one of the things we would do was watch whatever Vanoss movie or video came out. And it's always like them being stupid in GTA 5. And they were so funny. And we all thought they were so funny. And so we're like, I'm like, let's do this. And that's why I went out and I bought an Elgato HD.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the video where you talked about creating a Grand Theft Auto 5 channel.
I was just like, I want to do this. And so I think we recorded a couple of things, maybe once or twice, but nothing ever happened with it.
Got it.
It wasn't that funny. We're not as funny as he.
Go figure. What was the first free garbage pickup you showed off in a video? On Game Hunters or Us?
On Game Hunters or Us, the first. Oh my gosh, you might have stumped me on this one.
I gotta stump you on one of them at least.
I'm surprised I remember as much as I have. Jeez, the first garbage pickup.
On the side of the road, you saw it, you pulled over, you picked it up, and you showed it off in a video.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to defer to you.
A jug of washer fluid. Windshield washer fluid.
That's
you found on the
right.
side of the road in Game Hunting Episode 3.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember. I think it probably fell off someone's truck, and I just like pulled over and grabbed it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
Oh, jeez, that's funny.
All right. Did you ever make back your money on Two Human for Xbox 360?
The sealed one?
Yeah.
I just sold that last year. That's how long it took.
More than you paid for?
What did I pay for it? Do you remember? I think it was around
full
30.
retail, like $30, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I think it was
I
retail
didn't,
at the time.
No, I think I sold it for $30.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah,
Because you said this is going to be worth money. They're pulling it off shelves? Is that what you said?
Yeah, they had to, because
Okay.
they lost there was a lawsuit against the developer. I think it was Epic versus Silicon Knights.
Okay.
Because Silicon Knights wasn't paying Epic for their engine that they used to build the game. And so Epic sued them and won, and then the court ordered that they had to pull all new copies off the shelf and destroy them.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm going to grab this while I could. So I found one.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing ever happened.
Too many already made it out there, and it wasn't a great game to begin with, maybe?
Yeah, but
I heard okay
when does
things
that ever
about it,
matter,
but-
right? When does that ever matter?
Sometimes, but yeah. Sometimes if it's a really bad game, it makes it worth more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
Isn't
just figured
that,
the whole story around it and everything like that would
Yeah.
make it worth money, but yeah, no.
Interesting.
Nope.
All right. When is the first time Josh said sorry for taking a while to post a new video? I mean, you still do it almost every video.
Yeah. I'm very Canadian. Oh,
I'm going to
probably.
require you stop saying sorry for it, because you don't need to apologize.
I know. I've been trying to do
What's
better.
the first video you did that on? Let's start
Probably-
with, it was a pickup video.
Yeah, it was probably
'Cause
like
that's when you...
probably the one right the video after I did with Ben. So it was probably like episode like 5 or 6.
So it was actually game pickups number 3,
Okay.
which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11th video on the
11th
channel.
video. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was March 12th, 2013.
What was the one before that?
It was Ben's Thoughts on Tomb Raider.
Okay, and the one before
New
that?
Tomb Raider. Game Hunting, Ben's first solo episode. And before that was your shout out to JHMDF.
JHMDF, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was probably like a month before I had posted a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I felt bad.
All right.
Gotta have content, you know?
When did Josh first appear on camera wearing a Captain America t-shirt?
When? Probably pretty early. I'm gonna say episode or video 6.
Not that early.
Not that early.
So game pickups number 16,
Okay.
September 4th, 2013, which is, I don't know what video number, but that's quite a far ways in there. It's right there. I don't want to count them all. 2,
That's
4,
fine.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 20, 30 videos in maybe?
30 video. Okay, yeah.
All
Okay.
right, when did Josh first appear on camera wearing the Captain America shirt that you wear now? I'm pretty sure it's still the same one, right?
It is the same one. Oh, that's right. I did have another Captain America shirt before.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Goodness. That's the one I thought you were talking about.
Nope. Not that one.
Was that one the one I wear now is later than the first one,
Yes. Yeah. That's why I'm doing the questions in that order.
right? Okay. Probably 50?
I didn't count the number of the episode number, but it's Josh's Nintendo wish list for 2015.
Yeah, okay. That was like very late near the end of the...
Yeah, it was February 2015.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's much later.
much near the end, yeah.
It's also possible you wore it before this under a hoodie and I couldn't see, but
Yeah,
I
it would've
couldn't identify for sure. A lot of your shirts you wear under a hoodie have a blue collar
Yeah.
or dark collar, so it's hard to tell,
It's hard to
especially
tell,
with your
yeah.
lighting on some of those videos.
Was it you who made a comment? Because there was a while there where I wore that shirt a lot, and it wasn't on purpose. It just happened to be like my shirts were in rotation, and that was the same day that I had to shoot a video. And
It would have been on Creepleat channel.
I think it was on Creepleat channel, and I think it was you that said you really like that shirt or something like that. And then that's when I was aware, wow, I do wear this shirt a lot on this
Yeah.
on this channel.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
that was
ever
me.
you know what? Ever since then, I've made a point to not wear the same shirt over
Well,
and over.
at the time that I made that comment, it might have been when I was doing Two Dorks with my brother-in-law,
Yeah.
and we intentionally did a different shirt for every video because we both have a huge collection of T-shirts.
Yeah.
Well, his isn't as much as mine, but we both have a lot of T-shirts, so we intentionally wore a different shirt every time we did a video.
Would you shoot multiple videos in the same day and change shirts between them?
We had done that,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
and change shirts, yeah.
I have done that in
make
the
it
past
look like a
too,
different
but-
time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have done that too, but I think everyone's done that at some point.
All right, are Ruffles sour cream and onion chips still your favorite chips?
Yes.
And that was from Tag and Tubers with Canadian Retro, CJR, and McFly on September 12th, 2014.
Wow. That's a long time ago.
When did your famous Blue Jays hat first appear?
Ooh.
I'm assuming this is one hat you've had this whole time?
No, I'm on my third hat now.
Okay. I couldn't tell if it was new or not.
I still have the original, by the way.
Okay.
I still have
The
it.
original looked crispy when
Yeah.
I first see it.
It looked-
So I was pretty sure it was a new... I thought it might have been the same hat, but just yours now is worn in or something, but...
Yeah, it's
hard to
actually
tell.
a different. If you look at the logo, it's the old Blue Jay logo on the hat. I have their new logo
I forgot
now.
their logo changed, yeah.
the logo changed.
That's okay. The first time you wore it backwards.
That's true. I did wear it backwards
So it was
Because
difficult
the
to even tell
lighting-
it was the right hat.
because the lighting was so bad, and if I had it forward, yeah, you couldn't see my face at all. But I wore it because, what was it? I think I was having a really bad hair day that day, and I was looking at myself in the camera. I'm just like, I cannot put myself out like this. I'm not secure enough in my public image to release video of me doing it like looking like this. That's pretty early, I think. That's got to be around like the 10th video.
You're gonna make me do this again.
Well, I don't
Figure out how
know.
many videos
I don't
it
know.
is.
I don't know names or episodes or. I was throwing spaghetti at the wall trying to see what would stick at that point.
It's like 5.
5.
No,
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 7. 7. Video
Okay.
7. Game hunting episode 4, February 27th, 2013.
Yeah.
And then in your videos, especially ones you did alone and especially early on, you would often say, if you're still watching, you get, and then something.
You get.
Do you remember any of those? Because I tallied up what I get as a result of your videos.
Did I say brownie points? I feel like I said brownie points.
You said brownie points first.
Okay.
Yep. 5 brownie points.
5
So I have 5 brownie points from you.
Okay. Good.
I also have a high five the next time you see me.
Okay.
1 kudos.
1 kudos. Okay.
And I also owe Canadian Retro a copy of Tommy Lazzardo Baseball for Genesis. That was my favorite.
Man, Tommy Lazzardo Baseball. You know how many copies Canadian Retro had of that game, and that's why that was the joke?
No, that's what I figured.
He had like 8
You sounded
copies of that
so
game.
serious. I didn't know you were joking at first. I had to look up the game because I'm like, this is a really bad game, right? This is where this is coming from. That's why he said that, right? Because I was like, what? Because you were so serious. It's like, you were like, he really wants this game. If you have a copy, just send it to him.
No, that was the joke. There was a string of like, he kept finding that game, and he didn't stop buying it. He just kept getting it. And he had like 8 copies of Tommy Lazzardo Baseball on the Sega Genesis.
And he paid money for them all.
I think someone gave him a couple. I think that was kind of the joke. Anyways, yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, just give him Tommy. He gave me a copy for free because he had too many. He was just trying to get rid of them.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, yours was in box that he gave you. It's now worth $8.64.
Thanks, Troy.
I also had a copy of that game, I believe. I should actually check my spreadsheet because I remember that cover.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of Genesis complete games one time, and I'm pretty sure that was in it. But
It's pretty hard for it not to be.
yeah, there it is. In that I bought a bundle of NES and Genesis stuff, and that was in it. But I sold mine. I just had it there. I sold mine on Facebook. To that guy. He's another collector. For $5.
There you go.
David Parr. I know him. I met him somewhere before this or after. I don't remember. But yeah.
Jeez.
That was early Facebook, before Marketplace existed. Because I don't even have a date on that one, so that means it's 2015 or 2015 or 2016, I think.
Wow. It's hard to believe that's so long ago.
Right? Well, that's the end of my questions.
Wow.
I meant to get more, but there was just nothing else that was like trivia worthy that I could think of.
I should have watched them because I just transferred all of my... I still have all the Game Hunters R Us videos saved on my hard drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had to just move them off of a hard drive onto another hard drive because I needed that hard drive for something else. So... Yeah, I moved them all over. They're still all there. I was contemplating watching them again. Every once in a while, I will watch the first one again. I haven't watched it in probably a year or so, but
You just want to see where you started?
I wanted to see where I started, man. Like, the first video is so cringy. So cringy. I had no
I
idea.
might need to go through and watch all the unwatched videos on the Creepleet channel, because there aren't that many, but... I've watched most of them.
That one's been an up and down, too. So, man.
So many I'm sorry it's been so long.
It's been so long since I've posted a video. Yeah. And at the end of the time, I'm just like, see you next time. Hopefully it won't be as long. Or something like that. Some variation of that.
Oh, what I wanted to do, but I didn't do it quick enough, or early enough on. I didn't think about it. But I wanted to say how many YouTubers that you interacted with or tagged or mentioned still are making videos.
Oh, not many.
And I think CM Retro might be the only one. Chris Miller.
Chris Miller, yeah, he is.
He might be the only one still making videos. There was someone else that...
McFly put up a video like not that long ago.
Yes, he changed his channel name.
He's not McFly 3077 anymore.
He's like True McFly or something.
He's True McFly now, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think his still went through, his link.
Well, CJR, I've talked to him and tagged him. And
that's true. He's still going. He just made a video yesterday or today where he told everyone he just had COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who else? I think I must have talked. Actually,
there were a lot that I checked. I'm like, I've never heard of that person, and they're local to us. No, their channel doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, because there was Liquid Wayno.
Yeah, he's still
around. I have him on Twitter.
I have him on Twitter, but he's always doing Star Citizen stuff.
He was doing Rocket League for a long time. He was really into Rocket League.
Yeah.
But then he went to Star Citizen now.
Who was the other person you tagged recently?
There was a guy, Blast Mode 7, and he is doing computer videos now.
On the same channel?
I'm not sure if it's the same channel. But I think he's called the Game Bench now. That's him.
Okay.
He's still doing videos. Who else? So some people, honestly, I'm really sad aren't making videos. There was a guy there, Crack Lotus.
Yeah, I was just on his channel. Yeah,
he and
3 years ago.
He and I used to talk all the time, and then one day he just disappeared, and he doesn't talk to anybody anymore. Yeah, I think he talks to McFly once in a while, because I'll ask McFly, "Oh, how's Crack?" And he's like, "Oh, he's okay. I haven't talked to him for a couple of months or whatever it is." But yeah, just straight up, just disappeared. I see him on PlayStation, playing games once in a while. I've messaged him, but he doesn't talk to anybody. He won't message me back. So, like he was even going to come up. I think he was living in the New York area.
Okay.
He was going to come up for a Barry Game Exchange.
There was another guy you talked about that was local in like our area, and I went to check his channel. It's just like, this channel's been deleted. I'm like, man.
Gamer McMurdo.
That might have been it.
Yeah, he is. I'm friends with him on Facebook, but yeah, he's not doing gaming stuff anymore. He was going for a full GameCube set, but he sold everything. He's out. He is actually the admin. He started a GameCube group on Facebook, and he made me very early on made me a moderator on there. But now that group is like, let me check. It's got like several, like, I don't know, 20 or 30,000 members.
Crazy.
Oh, no, I'm exaggerating. 17.6 thousand members.
That's not even that much of an exaggeration.
But yeah, when it started, it was like a couple hundred. And he's like, "Do you want to be a mod?" I was like, "I guess." And all of a sudden, it's just like, and now I'm just like, it's not a full-time job, but I'm having to deal with a lot of crap on GameCube stuff. I'm not even a huge GameCube fan. Like, I like it.
Yeah,
but I'm not like I need GameCube in my life.
Another thing I remembered and forgot to write down. Your 2 original Game Gears were not working.
No.
Did you not send them out to...
I did. MT Shark 7. He is still making videos.
Oh, was MT Shark? Okay.
MT Shark 7, yeah.
For some reason, I thought you sent it to, what's his name in Australia or New Zealand?
New Zealand?
Who was the Cartridge Club guy that was in New Zealand? He still makes videos. I have him on Twitter, but now I forget his name.
Yeah,
it's bothering me. I won't remember it. I won't remember it anytime soon. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I sent them to Mark the Game Shark, MT Shark 7 on YouTube, and
so you got them both fixed. Your childhood and siblings' childhood Game Gears. Yeah, they're working.
They're working. One
did
is
modded.
Did
you do any extra mods? Okay.
One is modded with LEDs behind it, and one is not. One's just regular.
Okay. LEDs instead of the old cathode tube.
Yeah.
That used to chew up the batteries.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to do that with mine. I have capacitors to replace on mine.
Okay.
In the garage, I have the capacitor kit and the Game Gear, and I lost the screws for the Game Gear because they were sitting on my bench, my workbench, when it was down here, and then I moved it all to the garage, and I saw the screws, and I'm like, what are these from? I don't know. And put them in with my miscellaneous screws.
Oh, jeez. Well, I can take a picture of one of my Game Gear screws so you know which one to look for.
Maybe.
That might be useful.
I know they're black.
They are black.
They're approximately the same as Xbox 360 controller screws. Maybe a little longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a trip. I can't believe you watched. How long did that take you? How long were you watching videos?
I don't know. I did it while at work, which is at home now.
Okay. So, were you...
I can't even remember when I first started watching them. Like, when did I say, okay, I'm going to do this? I don't remember.
Did you watch them purely for this challenge?
2 weeks ago. And because first it started with, I wonder what I've missed, right? Like,
okay.
At first I went to your channel and saw what I had seen, which was like the last 3 videos or something like that.
Yeah.
Was like all I had seen on your channel. I'm like, okay, so what did I miss? What did him and Ben do? What was it also like back then? And how did we miss each other as well?
Yeah.
Because we first met up when I bought Worms collection off of you, I think.
Yep.
And a DS for my nephew. But I don't remember if that was before Worms collection or after. I think it might have been after because you gave me your cell phone number then, I think.
I think so, yeah.
But I don't even know how we met for the Worms collection. Was that Kijiji?
I think Facebook? It was Kijiji, yeah. Because that's the only place I was posting. I wasn't posting on Facebook at that point.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, it's probably in my freaking spreadsheet too, but I think I searched for it.
Yeah, that's so strange.
I searched for Creep. I gave you a Gibson Les Paul Explorer controller, or $10. Oh, that was with the sale. Yeah. That was what we traded for.
Yeah, we traded for that because I was selling those.
Yep.
Even
and
back
Sneak
then,
Squad for DS as well.
Yeah.
I sold to you for my friend Carol.
Okay.
For $25 or $25 trade credit. I don't know what the hell it was.
Whatever it was.
Sword of Mana for Game Boy Advance.
Still
complete.
Have that. Still have it.
Yeah, that was my friend Carol's. She now works for Google. Sword of Mana game guide.
Yep, still have that as well.
And then the Worms collection. Now, I don't have any dates on this because it's so old. Little Big Planet 2 with no manual I got from you as well. It's probably the one I have on the shelf, yeah.
Crazy.
Sin and Punishment, Star Successor. I got that from you.
Yep.
I didn't realize that. That's in one of your pickup videos.
Yep, that's the one you were just like, I remember you saying, oh, I want to try that. So.
Yeah, and then I tried it and I hated it. Then the DS Lite I gave to my niece, not my nephew. $9 with a scratch on the top.
I sold it to you for $9?
Oh, with the charger as well. Charger was I put the charger in for $4.75 and the system in for $9. I probably split it because we did a trade for a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can't believe I sold the DS for $9.
Yeah, I put that as lower because I gifted that to her.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right,
gotcha.
So I was like, oh, anything else I'm keeping for myself, I put a higher value on just because maybe I'll eventually sell it.
Yeah.
It also came with a dock and a car charger.
Yeah, it was all that cheap Intech stuff. Right?
Clubhouse games.
Yeah.
Mystery Case Files complete.
Yeah.
I think Mystery Case Files, I saw you pick that up too. I saw you pick up the 2 Worms collections. You picked up one earlier, and then you picked up this one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's probably the one he sold because he already had his own.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have dates on that. I have dates that I sold them, which was 2016, some of the stuff. But this would have been 2015 sometime. Probably based on the stuff around it, around October.
I could probably get a date because I remember the first time. I remember when you came to my house and you came downstairs. I had a friend visiting from the States, so I could look back.
I knew you had someone there. I didn't know, who. I'm just like, oh, weird to invite me over when your friend over, but whatever.
Well, I mean, we weren't friends at the time, right? You were just buying stuff. So I'm like, whatever. He's not going to be here long.
Yep.
That's funny. Wow. What a trip. all that to say, don't go back and watch Game Hunters R Us videos.
No, go back, subscribe to Game Hunters R Us, go watch the videos.
First subscribe to me so I can have more subscribers than Game Hunters R Us, because I am stuck. I am not moving anywhere. I post a video and I lose subscribers now. Holy jeez.
Oh, I'm still subscribed to this guy. Unsubscribe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy. Jeez. Oh man, I had a crisis today with my YouTube channel. I saw a tweet. You know how sometimes you'll just read. We should probably end this because this is going way too long. But whatever.
Nobody's listening anyway. If you listen, you get 1 kudos from Josh.
Yeah, you get a high five from Derek the next time you see
Yes, yeah.
You know, sometimes you'll read something. It wasn't even directed at me, right? It had nothing to do with me. But I read something on Twitter about someone saying, "Can someone please, recommend me some gaming channels? I'm looking for more content." And then in it is just like, not looking for pickup videos. Those require no talent or anything to do. And I'm just like, it just hit me hard. I was just like, ouch. Like, that's all I do.
Where is that even coming from?
I don't know.
What? I guess.
But anyways.
Some people also just get jealous by pickup videos too, right? Like, oh, I wish I could get that stuff in my area.
Yeah, I guess. And maybe that's why people don't watch them anymore. But I mean, I probably should do something different with my channel, because it's not like, pickup videos are dead. Like, no one's watching those really anymore.
I just remembered the guy from New Zealand.
What was his name?
Retro Revolutions.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's him.
Jared.
Yeah.
Right, Jared?
Yeah, he's doing all the console modding too, right? So.
Yeah. So I thought maybe you would send yours to him, because somebody sent stuff to him, and I forget who it was in the club that sent it to him for modding their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways. And like I said, it wasn't directed at me. I wasn't involved in the conversation at all. But it was all day. It just stuck with me. I'm like,
you're letting it. That's what my brother would say. You're letting it.
Yeah.
As in, you're letting it bother you, and it shouldn't.
It just stewed. I just stewed on it all day, and it really ticked me off. And I was just been like down on it. I'm just like, maybe, you know what? Maybe I don't have any talent. Maybe pickup videos are stupid. I mean, they are stupid, but
the talent in the pickup video to me is actually finding the thing.
Yeah. So maybe I need to switch it up. I mean, maybe I got to do like the thrifting videos, where you take the camera into the thrift store and you show what you're looking at and that kind of stuff. That's definitely more.
It's even better if you're teaching somebody something too. Like, oh, this is good because this. Oh, but it's broken. Or this would be good, but blah blah blah, or whatever.
And I don't have the confidence to do that, especially filming in a store. I used to. Yeah, me neither. But
filming in a store and then voiceover after, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
I need to get a camera that's stealthy enough to do it. I don't like pulling my phone out and recording everything.
There's someone on Facebook Marketplace selling a police chest cam. Oh, yeah. You hook it on your chest and just,
that quality on that is probably so bad.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder.
Anyways.
I went into a store one time with my GoPro on my chest, under my coat.
Yeah.
And recorded like that, but I never made a video of it because we never found anything that was worth talking about.
Yeah.
I think we actually might have done that in Chicago, or maybe around that time when we went for the Cartridge Club thing.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking of part of it is half the time I'm going to thrift stores, I'm at work, right? Like I'm doing it between jobs
on your
or whatever.
break, yeah.
And so, I don't have time to spend walking through a store trying to film anything, right? Yep. I am in and out in less than 10 minutes, because if I'm more than that, like my dispatch is calling saying, "Hey, what's going on? You okay? You broken down? What's going on?" So 10 to 15 minutes tops at the very top end.
Yeah. See, I can't. I have a hard time going that fast in thrift stores.
Well, I just
find myself Googling or eBay looking up things. Yeah. And this could be good.
I do that, but I just have to be very selective of what I'm doing it with. Mm-hmm. And that's where I've just been doing it for so long. I kind of have an idea of what's even worth looking up.
And going more often helps too.
Yeah.
Because I don't go very often, so when I go to a thrift store, I want to look at everything.
Yeah. Whereas I'm just I try to hit every store at least once a week. Right.
And therefore, what's changed, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this stuff's all been here all week.
Yeah. I don't need to look it up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I just don't have time. I'm running through the store. This. Yes. No. And then that's it. And so that's why I've been doing the pickup videos. But whether that's to the detriment of my channel or not, I don't know. So.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. You're not going to break any new ground doing it. But
No.
at the same time, your people who actually know you might actually care. That seems like who mostly watches, right?
Yeah. Well, at the same time, like I have, whatever, like 300 and I think I'm at 317 today. But I can't get more than like at the most like 40 views. Like 30 to 40 is my average, right? So that's like that's 10% of my subscribers are watching. So I'm not even hitting the majority of my subscribers. They don't even care.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's probably true of most channels, but when you're smaller,
It is. You need to get the other views, the people who are just coming to check it out.
Yeah.
Length of your videos is going to be one thing, right? You need to have your videos at 10 minutes or less. That's it.
Yeah.
10 minutes or less. People can't stay entertained for longer.
Yeah. I know.
I was actually going to say, I would bet that if you follow your videos and look for the shorter ones, you'll have more. And look at that. It's exactly what I see.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes, there your views go up by like 4 or 5. And then you got one here. I don't know why this one's got so many. The how to beat more games, a tutorial.
Well, that was
at
that was
100
more of a
100
more of
views.
a joke video. That's why it was.
And then your Vita collection one has 11,000 views.
Yeah, because Vita is popular.
Yeah.
And that's why I did that Vita one, because my previous Vita video did so well. So I'm like, I'm gonna do another one.
And then your dirtiest Wii U, 200 views.
Yeah, it wasn't the dirtiest Wii U, but clickbait, you know.
Yeah. Clickbait that partly delivers. That's all you need. That's what Linus teaches me.
Yeah.
Linus Tech Tips.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for bringing up that Gamers Are Rough, man. That's like such a trip down memory lane. I need to go back and watch the videos.
I loved doing it. I wish I had seen them back in the day. And there's also so many people that you were talking to back then, like especially your live chat,
Yeah.
or your live stream for your 100 subscriber, was it?
Yeah.
Or 200, I forget. Anyway, that one where there's so many people that I'm like, yeah, I was talking to those same people, like Fluffy Gamer.
Yeah.
Same thing.
He's
I
still
was
making
talking to
videos.
at the
He's
time.
still making videos.
Yeah, yeah. I think he was off for about a year or two.
Yeah.
And he made one again recently this past year.
Yeah. He's been
And
doing a
kept going,
lot of movie stuff. He's kind of transitioned to that.
And he also had Renee from Storage Wars on several of his videos years ago as well, which was neat to see.
I was Gare Bear's gaming ground.
Yeah, is he still doing?
He went away for a couple of years. Then he came back. He had some personal issues to work through, and so he was finally like coming out of it. So he decided to come back to YouTube. He put up a couple of videos, but then he's kind of dropped off again. So I don't know. I hope he's okay. He's a nice guy. So but I can't really remember anybody else. Man, there's so many people I used to talk to. And that's back in the day. That was, it was all about shout outs. You know what I mean? Like, if you talk to anybody, you give them a shout out in your video. You put a link to their channel down in the description. But people don't really do that anymore. So I feel like that's one of the reasons. No, I'm not saying, give me shout outs and give me, but that's still something I try to do when I talk about somebody. I try to.
It almost seems like the separation between the big guys and the small guys is even further than it used to be.
It is.
Right?
It absolutely is.
Yeah. Looks like Gare Bear's last video was 4 years ago.
What? No, he just put one up. He put
I'm
one up
looking at his
like
channel
last
right now.
year. Oh, he deleted them all
And
again.
he pulled it.
Jeez.
Must have. It's gone.
Jeez.
Unless he had a new channel, but I don't think so.
I don't remember.
2,400
I'll
subscribers.
have a look and see if I can find him again, but yeah, I will. If I see him.
4 years ago is the latest upload, and I watched all the ones before that. Like I watched a whole bunch in there.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm still subscribed to all these people too.
Yeah, me too. Half of my videos are all dead links, probably too. So. Oh well. Anyways, we should probably call it. We're over 3 hours now. Everyone's fallen asleep.
I'm falling asleep. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
It's past midnight.
I was supposed to go to bed at midnight. I've been going to bed too late lately. So.
Me too.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Hi, Mighty Q Dog, when you
said.
get to this point. in March, you'll hear it.
2024.
And hi, Melissa, of course, if you're listening as well. Follow us on Twitter. I am at Creep1337. Derek, you're at...
I don't know, DEG13.
DEG13. Please subscribe to our podcast video platform YouTube channel at Not So Special Pod, I believe. We're at 9 subscribers over there. You know, we're really...
It's Not So Special Podcast, right?
I think it actually might just be Not So Special. Who knows?
We have no idea.
We're really good at this.
On Twitter, we're Not So Special Pod.
Yeah. On YouTube, we're just Not So Special.
We're Not So Special.
Not So Special. So
we're not so special enough that we can't even tell you what we are. And we don't have a shortened link, so we can't tell you that either.
We need 100 subscribers. So please help us get to 100 subscribers. Then we can change our link.
Why don't we have like a link tree in our Twitter?
And we need a link tree too.
Yeah, we need a link tree.
Follow us everywhere. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. And we'll see you all next month.